We go.
Good evening from the campus of Father Ryan High School, Giacosa Stadium, where it's senior night for Father Ryan, the 2019 home finale for the varsity football team, playing for the first time ever the Mustangs of Lipscomb Academy. Hey everybody, Lou Pickney with you, along with from behind the Crest, Tyler Fernandez and Tyler for Father Ryan. It's senior night, 9 seniors, all captains, ready to take midfield here momentarily against a Lipscomb team. A very well-known head coach, former NFL quarterback and ESPN personality, Trent Dilfer. But beyond that, this is a Lipscomb team that has been up and down this year as far as some of their performances. The only team to beat Page this year. They've struggled in some other battles, and here tonight for Father Ryan, you know these seniors want to get a win in their final game here at Giacosa.
Yeah, that's right. If you're a senior at Father Ryan and you want to find one way to go out, it's the way you need to go out on top. And I feel like that's the key for Father Ryan tonight is make the seniors know that they were very well known here at this campus, and why not finish it off with a win here tonight?
That should be 4 of the 9 seniors for Father Ryan going out there to midfield. You got Anthony Wright, Grayson Hubbock, and of course they turned to their right when I was looking at the numbers to see for the rest of them. Matthew Zito, number 36, and of course number 8, Matthew Beacom. Other seniors, number 29, Nick Ledoux, number 62, Zach Smith. I don't talk about Zach Smith enough, at least in my opinion. He's a very important part of that offensive line, senior leadership. And also along that side there, Antonio Wright, number 10. You got number 79, Thomas Numnum. And then you've got number 16, Jack Vettersills. So we have the coin toss at midfield. Father Ryan wins and defers. So the Irish will receive the ball to start the second half, but they'll be kicking off. There's a downpour here in Nashville tonight. It's been raining for the last several hours. Almost 100% chance of rain for the duration of this game.
Yeah, and I looked at the forecast, and we're expecting rain all throughout this game. So I'm going to be interested what play calls that both sides are going to run tonight.
So it's going to be not only this game impacted, but every football game in Middle Tennessee, even on Chattanooga right now. McCallie is losing 6-0 to a team out of Clearwater, Florida, and what looks like just like a downpour. So similar to what we have here down there, if not more so. It's like ponding water on the field down there. And they've got a nice stadium. I was down there not that recently, or rather recently, I should say, last week. So about 2 minutes out from the countdown clock, we'll have the Irish take the field here momentarily. And for these seniors, the last chance to take the field before a home game here at Father Ryan. And here come the Irish.
Oh, man, it's an exciting night, senior night, man. I can't wait to see what's going to happen.
You know these seniors would love to get a win here at Giacosa Stadium to close out at least the home part of their Father Ryan football career. The season finale 1 week from tonight in Knoxville. Knox Catholic will be hosting the Irish. Knoxville Catholic switched from Division I to Division II for this year. And there could be playoff ramifications. Father Ryan's not in contention for a spot, but Knox Catholic looks to be. So the Irish could play spoiler if nothing else. So, again, Father Ryan wins the opening coin toss, defers. So they'll be kicking off here momentarily. That means a junior place kicker, number 98, Zach Wisnowski, be kicking off to a Lipscomb team that be wearing black helmets, white jerseys, black numbers, and black pants. Or Father Ryan, the white helmets, purple jerseys, purple pants, white shoes, and we're about ready to kick off. And Wisnowski's number 87. I was thinking of the number 98 I was looking on here for this sheet for Lipscomb. And notice the return men for Lipscomb standing up there 18, 19-yard lines, a little closer than you would typically see.
I mean, you never know. Possibly it'd be like the conditions out here tonight. And so maybe it's like a little bit of an idea or a scheme or something like that.
Well, it could be an approach. If in the wind and weather playing, although the wind is not as much, but certainly the rain, you think less likelihood of having a touchback, at least for Father Ryan. Wisnowski has had a touchback, more than one this season, but not under these conditions. Lipscomb on the season 5-3, and they are 2-1 in their region. They only get 4 region games. I can't complain too much about 5 now for these East Middle teams that were used to 6 or 7. And so the ball is set, and we're kicking off here momentarily. Father Ryan versus Lipscomb, varsity football, first time ever, and it's taking place here on Father Ryan's campus. And there's a medium length kick to the far side. Fielded at the 15 to the 20. Cuts back towards his near side. Breaks one tackle. Breaks two tackles. Finally stopped right around the 20-yard line. So as good as a touchback. And that's where the first offensive play from scrimmage is going to start for Lipscomb near its own 20.
And it was Jackson Nelson, I believe, number 37 there, who also helped out with the tackle on special teams.
There's a number 4, Jaden Lyles on the return. He's the main running back for this Lipscomb Academy team. Quarterback number 5, Luther Richardson. Now Richardson will try and play aggressively as circumstances warrant. And it's 4 receivers, actually 5 receivers on this 1st and 10. They love the screen pass. And says the throw, open receiver, complete to the 35, to the 45, near midfield. Hubbock gives chase. Hubbock gets stiff-armed. Hubbock finally makes the tackle around the 20-yard line. Willie Walton, first play from scrimmage, has the ball well into Father Ryan territory.
Yeah, it probably should have been a little bit of safety held there over the top on that play, but it was just a simple little slant route, and he did a nice job just taking it upfield for extra yards.
Some confusion, I think, in Father Ryan's secondary that allowed Walton to get that wide open. Just underway here at Father Ryan's campus. Father Ryan won the opening coin toss and deferred. Kicked off, and now Lipscomb out of the shotgun. It's going to be a handoff to Lyles. Lyles towards that far side, tries to get through. Has about 5-6 yards to be pushed back by a trio of Irish defenders. But forward progress will probably give him 5 or 6 yards. And they'll give Michael Hart's credit on the stop.
Well, I noticed for some of these running backs that they love to take it to the outside because that's where they're the most dangerous. And I continue to see that every time I'm up here. So, yeah, so you can see that out of any running back.
5 receivers. Throw near side, incomplete. For Father Ryan, it's Parker Erdman, shot to the belly of Lyles. It's clean plays, incomplete pass. 3rd and 4. And now we've got the marker with the orange and the black 3 on that far side. Had that in the first home game of the season. Helps us stand out a bit on 3rd down. 10:51 to go, first quarter, no score. Lipscomb Academy and Father Ryan High School.
Yeah, if you're Father Ryan right here on this 3rd down, you got to hold them to a field goal right here.
The line to gain for Lipscomb looks to be just to the Lipscomb side of the Father Ryan 15. 3rd and 4. Again, shotgun look. Trio receivers bunched to this near side. Feels the pressure, tries to set up a screen pass. Incomplete. Father Ryan had that one sniffed out. 4th and 4 now, and it appears to be a field goal try is imminent for Lipscomb Academy.
And if you're Coach Privet, you like that your defense did his job, and as a result, they're going to force a field goal right here. So nice recovery by the Irish defense after allowing that big gain on the first play.
Mason Long, number 42, has a cannon leg, and this one will be about from 38. A line drive kick, no good, wide left.
That was nice pressure there by the special teams defense, forcing him to hook the ball wide left and not allow a single point on the board.
10:42 to go, first quarter. Your score, Father Ryan 0, Lipscomb Academy 0. This is Father Ryan Football on ATW Sportscast. .10:42 to go, first quarter, no score. Lipscomb Academy and Father Ryan after 36-yard field goal miss by Lipscomb. It's Father Ryan going that shotgun double running back look. They're going to bring Beacom, the tight end, to this near side on 1st and 10. The play clock at 0. Delay of game, Father Ryan. So after the turnover and the ball at the 20, or turnovers, the missed field goals, a change of possession, and by rule it goes to the 20-yard line. Father Ryan going the wrong direction with that delay of game. 18 seconds in the play clock on this 1st and 15. 10:42 to go, first quarter. It's going to be 5 for and Christian Smith to that far side. Beacom to the near side. Father Ryan moves things around with 8 seconds on the play clock. Beacom back to the far side now. Bit unusual. It's a handoff, Anthony Wright. And there's just nowhere to go.
Yeah, Lipscomb Academy sniffed out that one. Yeah, it was a nice attempt there by Anthony Wright, but when you have like that double running back set, most of the time the defense is going to know it's going to be a run.
So 2nd and 16, the Irish offense going in the wrong direction after the delay of game and then the 1-yard loss on the run. 10:15 to go first quarter. Father Ryan 0, Lipscomb Academy 0. 2 receivers, one on either side, double running back on the 2nd and 16. Junior quarterback DC Tabscott. Pressure brought. It's going to be a handoff to this near side. That's Jaden Robinson. Has the first down past the 30 to the 40 to midfield. Pushed out of bounds. No, he didn't get pushed out of bounds. Still going. My goodness, Jaden Robinson. A tremendous run for Father Ryan. Close to that Lipscomb Academy red zone.
Wow, what a run by Jaden Robinson. Like I said earlier, the running backs are dangerous when it comes to going on the outside. And we saw it right there from Jaden Robinson with a nice big gain on 2nd and long.
I thought Jaden Robinson had been pushed out around midfield. I was wrong. Managed to somehow stay in bounds. The ball will be spotted officially at the Lipscomb 24-yard line. Father Ryan on the move, 9:48 and counting first quarter. No score. Father Ryan and Lipscomb Academy on senior night on a very rainy evening here in South Nashville. Tabscott, the quarterback, with dual running backs. It's going to be a handoff. Anthony Wright tries to slice through about a 4 or 5 yard gain.
Yeah, I felt like that was better blocking that time by the Irish offensive line to allow a hole and allow Anthony to get a nice gain.
So 9:22 and counting first quarter. And again, for those of you just joining us, Father Ryan won the opening coin toss, deferred. So look at the ball to start the second half. Kicked off. It was a long gain on the first play from scrimmage for Lipscomb, but then a missed field goal. Jaden Robinson for Father Ryan in turns put the Irish down well into Lipscomb territory on this 2nd and 4. And that's going to be a 2 or 3 yard gain. And it was Anthony Wright on the carry. Antonio coming into the game now. So it's 3rd and 2 for the Irish. Ball at the 18-yard line. Or check that. That's more like the 17-yard line of the Mustangs. Irish looking at 3rd and a long 2, 8:30 to go. Approaching the 8:30 mark of this first quarter. No score, Father Ryan and Lipscomb. Again, dual running backs out of the shotgun with a tight end, one receiver out wide. Handoff. Antonio Wright. Antonio Wright has the first down for Father Ryan. It's going to be 1st and goal for the Irish.
It was a nice run by Antonio Wright. Senior night, knowing it's going to be his last game here on this campus. He wants to have a nice run, and they did just that.
So some substitutions for Lipscomb. We get a whistle. There is an player for Father Ryan. A little slow to leave the field, so they make a substitution of some sort.
And it was, I think it was, I'm looking at it right.
Abraham Cromartie, if that's number 58. If I read that, that's 56, excuse me. I didn't think that was right, but I'm trying to hold 10 things at once here. Father Ryan looking at 1st and goal from the 10. It's going to be a handoff. Jaden Robinson to this near side. Actually, check that. That's out of bounds. The run by Anthony Wright. Getting discombobulated here. Father Ryan's not, though. The Irish offense knocking on the door.
That's probably what you want to do if you're Coach Tyler in this offense. Knock on the door early and score a touchdown right here.
So it was Jadarius Lee that is still receiving some attention on this near side. Father Ryan looking at a 2nd and goal from the 4. 7:45 to go first quarter. No score, Irish and Mustangs. But the Irish knocking on the door. Dual running back, fumbled snap. Going to be a handoff to Jaden Robinson, just trying to make something out of it. A flag comes in. This is going to be interesting. Jaden Robinson, tremendous effort. But let's see what this flag is. Father Ryan had the first penalty of the game for either team with a delay of game after the missed field goal. So a holding call for the Irish. Instead of 2nd and goal from the 4, it's going to be 2nd and goal from close to the 14, depending on whether the penalty took place. It's 10 yards from that spot.
Oh, and also, quick to recap, the guy who was limping off the field was Jadarius Lee, number 56.
Yeah, I just said he's getting the attention over there on the side. It was tough to see the 6 because the way these jerseys are, they're tight jerseys, but they get tucked into the pads, and the 6 and the 8 and the 9 can sometimes blend together a bit. 7:30 and counting first quarter. Father Ryan 0, Lipscomb Academy 0. And the Irish, after having 2nd and goal from the 4, looking at 2nd and goal from the 17. 3 receivers, trips to this near side. one running back, and it's going to be Tabscott rolling near side, looking, throw. He's going to throw that one away. He's going to throw a rainbow into the corner of the end zone. It is caught for a touchdown. Parker Erdman. I thought that ball was getting thrown away. I was wrong. Erdman with a tremendous catch in the corner of the end zone, and Father Ryan strikes first tonight in South Nashville.
I mean, that was just a perfectly placed ball by DC Tabscott, and I was also kind of fooled as well. I was thinking he was going to throw it away with the pressure coming, but no, he just threw a beautiful dime to Parker Erdman, and the Irish strike first early.
And you and I thought the same thing as far as that back corner of the end zone. I thought the air under it was going to just sail, but instead, a bit of a rainbow throw. So 6-0 Father Ryan. Zach Wesnowski, the junior place kicker, with the extra point, spinning through, and good. 7:10 to go, first quarter. Your score, Father Ryan 7, Lipscomb Academy 0. I think worth keeping it here to think about what we just saw. So Father Ryan endured a long first play from scrimmage after a bit of a blown coverage. Allowed Lipscomb to get down into Father Ryan territory, but then Lipscomb Academy misses a 36-yard field goal. Long drive down for Father Ryan. And then after a holding penalty, I think, oh no, here we go again with the penalties. It's a touchdown pass to the corner of the end zone. Tabscott to Erdman. Extra point, 7-0 Father Ryan, 7:10 to go, first quarter.
Well, man, if you got to be the Irish, Coach Rector and Coach Tava, you got to be proud that you're up early.
Certainly, that was what Father Ryan wanted. It's a very rainy night, as I've noted, slick field. It's the remnants of Tropical Storm Olga that have made their way. You look at the state of Tennessee right now on our radar. There's a lot of green and yellow as far as rain. I think it's raining even harder down in Chattanooga at last check. McCauley was down 6-0. There's water ponding on the field down there. And so Wesnowski will kick a line drive, fielded off the one hop at the 15 to the 20. That far side McNamara brought down close to the 30, probably more like the 28 or 29-yard line for Lipscomb Academy. It's Kyle McNamara to be specific. Kyle McNamara has 2 college scholarship offers, one from Central Michigan, the other from Ohio State. Now keep in mind, his older brother is a freshman quarterback at the University of Michigan. So it's interesting how things work out on that. And Kyle McNamara, only 5'8", but he's a hard-nosed player. He's not afraid to go over the middle. He will take a hit if necessary. So here we go for Lipscomb on its second offensive possession. Father Ryan leading 7-0, 7:03 to go, first quarter. They look to set up a receiver screen on that far side, breaks through, breaks a second tackle, a third. Irish having trouble bringing down the receiver. That's Jaden Lyles, a little running back to the outs. And that's the thing that this Mustangs offense loves, is little short passes and try and make something happen once the receiver gets the ball.
Yeah, with these short passes, sometimes it results in them getting some yardage. So, as I'll say, the little things in life make a big difference, and we saw that there.
6:42 and counting first quarter. Father Ryan 7. Lipscomb 0. 1st and 10 for the Mustangs from their own 42. This will be a handoff to Lyles, trying to stretch it to this near side. Tries to cut through. He'll get about 8 or 9 yards on the play. And it was Zach Smith. Mentioned him in the pregame. One of those 9 seniors playing their final home game here at Giacosa Stadium. And while Smith is normally used more on offensive line in this game, and keep in mind for Lipscomb, they don't play many guys both ways of the ball, whereas Father Ryan does. So the Irish will have a bit of a strategy type approach to take with that as far as who they use offense versus defense. On 2nd and 1, handoff to Lyles. He may have it with a second effort. It was close. It appears he has the ball to the 47-yard line. That's going to move the chains for Lipscomb Academy. 5:53 to go, first quarter. Father Ryan leading 7-0. So the Lipscomb Academy team looking to the far side. They got some signs up, different symbols on them. It was weird last week with McCauley. They get like in a line staring toward their sideline to get the calls in. The days of huddling up are over. 1st and 10. Handoff again to Lyles. They try and keep it on the ground. A beautiful tackle for loss. It's a tremendous play by Michael Hartz to get in there.
That was a nice play by Michael Hartz to sniff out the play, and he knew that a run was coming, and that was a nice leg tackle to not allow him to break the tackling, turn it upfield.
About a 5-yard loss, 4.5, 5 yards. So 2nd and 15, 5:10 and counting first quarter. Father Ryan 7, Lipscomb 0 on senior night here at Father Ryan. And with 17 seconds on the play clock, it'll be trips receivers to the near side, one to the far. You're not going to see much of the I formation out of Lipscomb. They will spread you out as much as possible. So it's 5 receivers on the 2nd and 15. Father Ryan brings some pressure to throw near side for Lyles. Incomplete, batted around. Father Ryan nearly had an opportunity to get an interception off the deflection, but it not meant to be. A little slow to get up.
That was a nice play. I believe Matthew Zito, number 36. While Lyles was bobbling the ball, he made a nice hit to force an incompletion. I think he probably may have gotten a little shaken up as a result of that hit.
3rd and 15, 4:42 to go, first quarter. Father Ryan 7, Lipscomb Academy 0 in the first ever meeting in varsity football between these two schools. Fake handoff. Richardson airs one out, and the single coverage, it's complete. Hubbock was there, but not able to make the catch. Kyle McNamara. Again, I mentioned Ohio State gave him a scholarship offer. And they don't give many 5'8 receivers scholarship offers, but you can see there, great concentration to haul it in. Hubbock was in the vicinity, but throw was there, and that moves the chains first down for Lipscomb. In the red zone, Lyles on the carry. He's going to get absolutely eaten up by Michael Hartz. A couple other Irish defenders there to clean it up. That would be another tackle for loss, maybe a half-yard loss, or at best back to the original line of scrimmage.
And Michael Hartz, the same, kind of similar play from the last time, but this time he was able to, with a little bit of help, not allow Lyles to get any more yardage.
So they say no gain on that last play. 2nd and 10 from the 20. Less than 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. Father Ryan leads Lipscomb 7-0. And it's going to be a keeper. Richardson with the keeper. He got barely tripped up. Irish caught a break there. It'll be a 4 or 5 yard game, but that looked like a trip to the end zone. They got stopped in. Michael Hartz again. What a drive he's having on this defensive side for Father Ryan.
And Michael Hartz has had 3 straight tackles here for this Irish defense. So you know that he's looking to do a lot of things, man, for this Irish defense.
3rd and 3. The ball's at the Irish 8-yard line for Lipscomb. Lipscomb with 17 seconds on the play clock. On their first drive, Lipscomb missed a field goal, and that was a bit further out. They've got a really strong-legged kicker, but in this rain here in South Nashville, McNamara goes in motion, trying to set up the jet sweep, tackle for loss.
My goodness, Michael Hartz, man. This dude's an animal, man. 4 straight tackles, man, and results 2 of them for loss.
And that's what you need out of your linebackers. Certainly Michael Hartz in this series stepped it up. Hartz is a junior. And so now for the second time in this game, we're going to see Lipscomb try and set up a field goal. Mason Long, who's a good kicker. This will be from 30 on that far hash. 13 on the play clock. Kick is up, and this time the kick is good. So with the 2:34 mark of the first quarter, it's now Father Ryan 7, Lipscomb Academy 3. So it's been an interesting back and forth. A couple long plays for Lipscomb, but a missed field goal and then a made field goal just there, all they have to show for it. As for Father Ryan, that first offensive possession that they had that long run down the near sideline by Jaden Robinson, probably his best run of the season. Put Father Ryan into striking distance. Ultimately, that touchdown, that back corner of the end zone to Erdman for the extra point. That's how Father Ryan got their 7, and now it's 7-3 with Lipscomb getting the field goal. It's interesting with Trent Dilfer as the head coach of Lipscomb Academy, just because I've followed his career for so long, from days in the NFL, and of course, personality at ESPN. So it's interesting to see him as like a high school head football coach. Feels like a sitcom, like a one-off special appearance or something, but it's very real in this case. It's Trent Dilfer trying to get in on the high school football coaching scene here in Nashville at Lipscomb Academy. And so it's going to be a near side spot for this kickoff. Mason Long has roughly a 70% rate of getting touchbacks. But on this wet night in Nashville, hard to say if you can get that kind of distance on a kick. Spinning kick that will cross the plane of the goal line. Parker Erdman watches it go past him wisely, I might add. 1st and 10, Father Ryan after the touchback.
That was a smart play by Parker Erdman to not allow the ball to touch him. If it did touch him, it would be a result of a muffed.
So the nose of the ball right at the 20-yard lines where Father Ryan's going to start. Now, there's a 25-second play clock in certain situations, like after a change of possession. That's where Father Ryan got that penalty before they even snapped the ball the first time on offense. That 40-second play clock's convenient in a lot of cases, but it's not used in every case, like here. So it's now 10 seconds on the play clock. 2:34 to go first quarter. Father Ryan 7, Lipscomb 3. A handoff on this 1st and 10. Anthony Wright tries to stretch it to the outside, and he's going to be brought down around the 20. So Nicholas Pascal, I looked over at the sheet there. The two games that I saw from Lipscomb had Pascal there, but in not street clothes, but he wasn't able to play, an injury of some sort. 2:07 and counting. First quarter. Father Ryan leading 7-3. Dual running backs, dual receivers, and a tight end. Tabscott faces some pressure, throws downfield. Christian Smith makes the catch, incomplete. He had it. Good play by the defense and jarred the ball away. Marvay Cathy.
That was a nice effort there by Christian Smith to go up for the ball. But Marvay Cathy made a nice effort as well to knock the ball away for an incomplete pass.
It really did look like for just a half second there that Smith had it, but Cathy able to knock it away. 1:50 to go first quarter. Father Ryan 7, Lipscomb Academy 3. The Irish looking at 3rd and 10 from their own 20-yard line. It's going to be trips receivers to the far side, one receiver near side, one running back to the right of junior quarterback D.C. Tabscott. And with 10 seconds of the play clock as a play fake, throw receiver screen, Parker Erdman complete, and Erdman will get about 2 or 3 yards. Good design on the play, try to cut it inside, just good job by Lipscomb to close the hole up, and now Father Ryan, it appears, will be lining up to punt. 1:32 and counting first quarter. Father Ryan 7, Lipscomb Academy 3. And it's going to be McNamara set to return. The punter for Father Ryan, Zach Wesnowski. 1:15 and counting. 15 seconds in the play clock. Lipscomb may bring some heat here. Going to bring some pressure. But Wesnowski, a beautiful high skying kick. It's going to bounce and take an Irish roll out of bounds inside the Lipscomb 40-yard line. Looks like they'll stop it at the 38. And that's where the Mustangs will begin their 3rd offensive possession of this game. 58 seconds to go first quarter. Father Ryan 7, Lipscomb 3.
Well, right now, if you're Coach Rector and Coach Top of this offense, you got to be very proud of what the Irish have done thus far. And for the defense, it felt like they've continued to become better every single game. But now sometimes it results in points. Yeah, sure, but I feel like in my mind when they're at home that this defense is better every time.
We get a whistle. 5 seconds on the play clock. Timeout, Father Ryan. So that would be the first timeout for either team in this first half with 58 seconds to go in the first quarter. Father Ryan 7 and Lipscomb Academy 3. So I will talk things over. That's interesting to have a timeout before, they have a change of possession after the punt and then to call timeout for something, whether it's a schematic thing or what. But Father Ryan has given up long passes on the first 2 drives that Lipscomb Academy has had tonight, and perhaps trying to adjust accordingly. You don't often see 5 receiver sets. I know the spread, 3-4 receiver looks are a big thing, but 5 receivers, that's not something you see every day, especially like in the first quarter when it's not like it's a desperation situation. So the Irish will break their huddle on this near side. Over on the far side, Lipscomb still talking things over. Got to think for Luther Richardson, the quarterback, what it must be like having a former NFL quarterback as your head coach. So with the ball, go ahead.
Yeah, like you said, it's pretty interesting having a former NFL quarterback. So if you're Lipscomb Academy, you got to feel pretty good because he knows and understands the game really well.
1st and 10, 58 seconds to go, first quarter. The Irish lead by 4. McNamara goes in motion. It's a jet sweep to this near side. Anthony Wright's there, forced to spin out. May have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage if he was lucky. May have been a half-yard loss.
And that was a nice play by Anthony Wright, being the first guy there, along with Cole Becker and others, to sniff out the tackle.
See Zach Smith, number 62, Marcus Kennedy Holt, number 53. Two of those three defensive linemen. Father Ryan sticking with this 3-3-5 type look, which is an extra defensive back, almost a rover that can play up as a linebacker as need be. So on 2nd and 12, 23 seconds and counting, first quarter, the Irish lead by 4. It's a screen pass, a spin around, and a tackle for loss.
A nice play by Anthony Wright, number 15. Also Matthew Zito, the two seniors of Father Ryan, getting there and making that tackle.
Coleman Becker on the reception. Becker lost 5 yards, and that's going to be the last play of the first quarter. We hit zeros on the clock. So after one quarter, your score, Father Ryan High School 7, Lipscomb Academy 3. Take a quick timeout. This is Father Ryan Football on ATW Sportscast. So we begin the second quarter here on the campus of Father Ryan High School, where the Irish lead Lipscomb Academy 7-3. Everybody, I'm Lou Pickney, and from behind the crest, Tyler Fernandez and Tyler. Now a third down coming up. Father Ryan's defense, bend but don't break style. And Lipscomb, after one quarter, they've had a pair of field goal tries, one missed, one made. And that's why they're within 4 points of Father Ryan here as we start quarter number 2. At the half, NBA 6, Baylor 0, and a downpour. Absolute deluge down there in Chattanooga. Richardson, the quarterback on this 3rd and long, had some pressure throwing into man coverage, incomplete. That's offensive pass interference all day if they call it. They didn't. McNamara just pushed down, just shoved Grayson Hubbock. But apparently they didn't feel that was worthy of a flag. Incomplete. 4th and 17, and now Lipscomb seems set to punt.
I mean, you're right. Yes, there probably should have been a flag, but I think probably even with the flag, Father Ryan probably maybe would have declined it. But that was a nice play, a nice coverage by Grayson Hubbock, and forced a 3-and-out against this Lipscomb offense.
And so Parker Erdman set to return for the Irish. This will be the first punt of the game. Father Ryan playing safe. Spinning kick will take kind of a neutral roll inside the Irish 35 by the 33-yard line is where it's going to be blown dead. Now the punter for Lipscomb Academy, number 8, Tate Taylor. He's a part punter and part outside linebacker. In that case of the punter, a good punt for Lipscomb. Father Ryan starts 1st and 10 from its own 33, 11:46 to go, second quarter. Father Ryan leading 7-3.
It's a little interesting to have punters as like someone who plays like either offense or defense. So pretty interesting there.
Like a non-specialty. Like Jackson Bird did that when he was here at Father Ryan. So now the Irish looking at 1st and 10. They lead by 4 early in this second quarter. Only 11 seconds on the play clock. Father Ryan with some receivers bunched to this near side for blocking on the jet sweep. That's Parker Erdman. Erdman close to the first down. It depends on where he went out of bounds. So they say the 43. That was a line to gain, if it truly is right on the 43. I don't think it is. It looks about a half-yard shy. So not the best spot there, but nevertheless, 2nd and short for Father Ryan early in the second quarter.
That was a nice play by Erdman taking the jet sweep, and nice job by Father Ryan for blocking and making a nice hole for him for a big gain.
And double running backs for the Irish has been so effective for him as the handoff. Jaden Robinson plowing forward. It'll depend on where they say his forward progress stopped if that far official is to be believed, it looks like he got it. They're waving the chains, first down Irish. It's only a 1 yard gain, but that was a yard the Irish needed there. Jaden Robinson moves the chains for Father Ryan. Good push by that offensive line. 11:27 and counting second quarter. Father Ryan 7, Lipscomb Academy 3. And so it's dual running backs, dual receivers, and a tight end for blocking in all likelihood for Father Ryan on this second first down of the drive. Play fake, throw to the far side, complete, incomplete. Intended for Josh Pfeiffer, although Pfeiffer would have been down right there if he had hauled it in, so only about a 4-yard loss as far as what the Irish didn't pick up. It fooled me for a second there. I thought it was a run to the near side. No, throw to the far side, just didn't quite work out.
I mean, you never know, like, the conditions here tonight. They may be a little slippery. I mean, receivers' hands may be a little slick as well from probably, like, the water and all that. So sometimes it may happen like that.
2 receivers to the far side, 2 running backs for Father Ryan, 11:09 to go in the second quarter. Beacom moves over to that far side, and with 11 seconds on the play clock, it's a handoff. Antonio Wright, but there's just nowhere for him to go. First defender there, Bo Tillman for Lipscomb. I'll say Mason Long as well.
And it kind of looked like the scheme for Lipscomb was either like a linebacker blitz or kind of like a little bit of a corner/strong safety blitz. So it was a little bit of an interesting scheme developed by Lipscomb Academy.
It's a 1 yard loss, 3rd and 11 for Father Ryan. 10:40 and counting second quarter. Father Ryan 7, Lipscomb 3. And it's 3 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near. Tapscott's going to air one out. Parker Erdman has the catch. Parker Erdman into the end zone. And Parker Erdman with a touchdown for Father Ryan. There's a flag down. That's got to be defensive pass interference, though.
Oh, no doubt, man.
So Parker Erdman from, that's a 58-yard touchdown reception. Tapscott to Erdman. They connect again. And now Father Ryan leads by 10 with an extra point to come.
That was a little interesting right there. That was a nice play by DC Tapscott, and it was just thrown perfectly right there on the dime, as you saw. Defensive pass interference, and it's called a touchdown. So, man, the nice connection between those two, between Tapscott and Erdman, and Erdman's one of the fastest, if not the fastest player on this Father Ryan football team.
He is deceptively quick, the junior. Parker Erdman, 58-yard touchdown reception. Oh, they try for the extra point. It's down on the ground. It's a miracle throw towards that corner. They're going to get pass interference, so that's going to be another try for Father Ryan, half the distance to the goal. It was a problem with the hold with this wet, conditions here. The rainfall, a little slippery on the hold, but Pfeiffer got the ball, was just trying to throw it towards anybody, and the reaction from Lipscomb defensively ended up causing a pass interference call, it appears. So pass interference will be half the distance to the goal. And now will Father Ryan go for a 2-point try here? If they're going to move from the 3 to the 1.5. It looks like they're just going to go for the traditional extra point here. Father Ryan leading 13-3, 10:24 to go, second quarter. No, Father Ryan, they go for 2. They're bringing in some of the big guys here. They haven't even started the play clock yet, so time for Father Ryan after the penalty made it half the distance to the goal for this extra point try. Parker Peterson coming in late.
And it looks like they're going to bring all of the big guys in here, which is, I think it's a smart idea because they have like size, and not only that, but I think it's great for blocking purposes in case like a run it wants to be called.
7 seconds on the play clock. Father Ryan going with that I formation, double fullback behind Jaden Robinson. Robinson pushing forward, trying for that 2-point conversion. Irish seem to think he's in, and he's in. So the 2-point conversion by Jaden Robinson at the 10:24 mark of the second quarter makes it Father Ryan 15, Lipscomb 3.
And that was probably big for Father Ryan to convert that 2-point conversion because you never know, in a game situation where a team is scores a touchdown, even though it's still a one-possession game, but you still are ahead.
So early in the second quarter, still plenty of football to be played, but for Father Ryan, while they have given up a couple of long passes, by and large, the defense has been rather stout as far as, when it comes to crunch time down in the red zone, keeping Lipscomb out to this point. So it's Father Ryan 15, Lipscomb 3, 10:24 to go second quarter. And there was a penalty apparently on. I thought I saw an extra flag thrown out, but I wasn't quite sure what that was all about. So tackle on 15, and Zach Wesnowski will kick off from the Lipscomb 45. Two lines of thought here. One, you just kick it out of the back of the end zone. Two, you try for an onside kick. We saw the onside kick last week against McCauley successful. Although in that situation, the Irish trailed. Here they lead 15-3, 10:24 to go second quarter. And Wesnowski with the ball right at the midsection of the field there at the Mustangs' 45-yard line. McNamara, one of the two return men. He's on that far side. That spinning kick, though. Did it go through the goalpost? It came close. It crossed the plane of the end zone. That's all that mattered on that one. So Father Ryan utilizing the extra 15 yards to get the touchback. 1st and 10 now for Lipscomb at its own 20-yard line. They trail 15-3. 10 minutes, 24 seconds to go second quarter.
Yeah, for Father Ryan right now, you're very proud to extend the lead against this Lipscomb school that is the first time they've actually played this year. So let's see what Coach Privet comes up with here on this defense.
Not just the first time this year, the first time ever for these two programs to meet. Non-region game, but certainly for Father Ryan, their seniors want to go out with a win here at Giacosa. 1st and 10. Richardson, the quarterback. Quick throw to the near side, incomplete. So that's going to be 2nd and 10. I don't know if there was much to be gained after that reception had the ball been pulled in, but it fell incomplete. Coleman Baker, the intended receiver.
And like you said, these conditions are going to be a little bit tricky here for a little bit of through the air. So, yeah, that could happen a little bit, like where a receiver kind of drops the ball, and that's because of just the conditions here.
So on 2nd and 10, 10:15 to go second quarter, Richardson throws one deep into man coverage for McNamara. Knocked away, incomplete. Nice job defensively by Father Ryan.
I think it was James Reed, number 5, with the nice coverage, and we continue talking about him becoming better at home for this Irish secondary.
Indeed, it was number 5, James Reed. And I'll tell you, though, Lipscomb not afraid to throw into coverage. That's something I saw on video from Richardson, their quarterback, and it's going to be, again, Reed number 5 on McNamara number 10. Unless McNamara's moved to this near side. It's Reed in single coverage, whatever the case, on that far side. 3rd and 10 for Lipscomb, 10:08 to go second quarter. It's a handoff. Lyles gets 4 yards, but well short of the yardage needed to get a first down. And you've got to say Father Ryan has the momentum at this point. A 12-point lead, and it appears Lipscomb Academy is going to be set to punt.
It was a nice job by the Irish defense to force another 3-and-out, the second 3-and-out forced by this Irish defense.
So on 4th and 7, the ball at the 23-yard line of the Mustangs. Parker Erdman set to return. He's standing right at the Father Ryan 45-yard line. And a kick to that far side. Goes out of bounds inside the Irish 40 around the Father Ryan 37-yard line. Erdman wisely got away from it. Erdman's pretty smart when it comes to playing those. If he can return it, he will, but if not, either make the fair catch or get away from it. That's what you're supposed to do. So it's Father Ryan 15, Lipscomb Academy 3, 9:28 to go here in this second quarter, and the Irish with the ball 1st and 10 at their own 37. And I would anticipate we're going to see Father Ryan stick with that running game that's been very effective thus far. And we a dual running back with Antonio Wright and Jaden Robinson. Pfeiffer, the lone receiver to the far side. Christian Smith, the receiver to this near side. And a tight end to give 6 blockers up front. So on 1st and 10, Tapscott from the gun. It's going to be a handoff, and it's going to get blown up in the backfield in all likelihood. Just nowhere for Antonio Wright to go. So Lipscomb Academy sniffed that one out, and sometimes you run up the middle enough, you get the defense to start packing in. That's when you throw to the outside. That's when you get the receiver bubble screen. It opens up a lot of things, but so a 4-yard loss. Considerable loss in the play there for your standard running attack, and it's going to be Anthony Wright in for his brother Antonio Wright. Also saw Parker Erdman into the game.
And it was a nice job by Lipscomb defense on that last play, seeing the run coming and wrapping up Antonio Wright in the backfield for a loss of 4.
You got a pair of receivers bunched up tight here next to the tight end. And this is a pass. It's going to be a pass play. Erdman throws a duck for Christian Smith, falls incomplete. The game, the plan itself, you could see it developing. It was the throw had been more on the money, and who knows what the elements might have played into this. I know Erdman, that one didn't only throw the ball. So it's 3rd down, 14 for Father Ryan. 8:35 to go, second quarter. Father Ryan leads Lipscomb 15-3.
I mean, that was not a bad idea right there. Not a bad play call by Coach Tavu right there. Trying to get a little creative with it, trying to have non-quarterback players throw the ball, and it almost worked intended for Christian Smith.
4 receivers, 3 bunched up, trips to that far side. It's going to be DC Tapscott on the keeper. Tapscott to the 40. Did he stay in bounds? It's going to depend on where he went out of bounds. I don't think he has the first down, but where did he go out? Oh, at the 41. So Tapscott was trying to stay in, but he stepped out. And at 4th and 7 now, 8:28 to go, second quarter. Father Ryan appears ready to punt. And it's going to be McNamara, number 10, back to return. And I just mentioned Kyle McNamara, offers from Central Michigan and Ohio State. I'll move up a little closer. Zach Wesnowski appears set to punt for Father Ryan. Off the one hop on the snap, some trouble with it. A nice recovery and a high skying punt. Fair catch. Fumble. The ball was muffed. We'll have to see what the referees say. It appears that Lipscomb was able to recover. They had, in their loss to Franklin County, they had 2 fumbles. One they recovered, one they lost. And what had to be a heartbreaking 15-14 loss last week for Lipscomb Academy. The Mustangs now looking at 1st and 10 from their own 31-yard line. 8:18 to go, second quarter. Father Ryan leads 15-3. Now they're going to move the chains. I'll be glad to fill y'all in when I figure out the officials are discussing. I see one of the.
Are they calling fair catch interference here?
They might have, and that might be the penalty. So yeah, kick catch interference. That's a good call, Tyler. That's exactly what the penalty was.
I was thinking that was just probably like this the only thing that they would call in this situation, because we saw a lot of the Father Ryan players like pretty much just bunched up around the receiver, or in this case the returner. And I guess they're probably saying that there was contact made before the muff.
And so it'll be another punting attempt now for Father Ryan. That's going to move back considerably after the fair catch interference. When you're the receiving team on a punt and there's a penalty like that, you have the option. Do you want to re-kick, or do you want to take it from the spot with the penalty? And so 8:18 to go, second quarter. Father Ryan leading Lipscomb 15-3. It's a much different scenario here for Father Ryan. Wesnowski gets a longer kick away. It's going to bounce. Father Ryan just jump on that ball. I think it hit Reed in the helmet and the face mask, unless I'm just seeing that wrong from across the field. Because it's where the first contact's made by the punting team.
Yep.
Unless I'm wrong on that, although I see the officials, I think they saw
right.
the same thing I did.
Yeah, you're right.
So the ball will be, after all of that, Lipscomb's at their own 43-yard line on the far hash. 8:08 to go, second quarter. Father Ryan 15, Lipscomb 3. And it's Richardson, the quarterback. 4 receivers, 3 to this near side. Be ready. The spread offense is the bread and butter of this Lipscomb Academy team, but Father Ryan in there to blow it up. Although some nice second effort. Get away from a loss and turn it to about a 2 or maybe a 3-yard gain by Lyles. That's Cole Becker, number 45. Big part of this Father Ryan defense.
Yeah, absolutely. Big part of this Father Ryan defense. I'm pretty sure offense as well, because I'm pretty sure he also plays tight end for this Irish team, and he did a nice job just staying with it and only allowing 2 yards.
Becker came into this game as the team's leading tackler. 2nd and 8, 7:35 and counting, second quarter. Father Ryan 15, Lipscomb Academy 3. 2nd and 7 for the Mustangs. Richardson, that pistol formation, play fake. Nobody open. It's going to throw a dart, and it's caught. A tremendous catch by McNamara over the middle. Managed to get past James Reed, and that's a first down for Lipscomb Academy.
That was a nice pass by Richardson to McNamara, and that was a nice throw and catch, and nice job holding on, even in these conditions.
First and 10 from the 34. Richardson hands it off to Lyles. Lyles slowed up, and 3 or 4 Irish defenders able to make the stop. It'll be maybe about a half-yard loss looking at the far side official.
And nice job by Nick Ledoux, number 29, the first guy to get there and slow down the run progress, which allowed the other Irish players to get there.
Also heard Matthew Zito's name mentioned as well, getting in there on that. 6:47 and counting, second quarter. Father Ryan 15, Lipscomb 3. And with 18 seconds on the play clock, that pistol formation, 2 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near. Richardson, the quarterback. It's going to be a handoff to Lyles. Lyles trying to kick it to the outside. Becker's got him. That's going to be a tackle for loss. Nice play by that Father Ryan defense again.
And Cole Becker, like you said, leading the team in tackles. He fights for everything he has, not only allow defenders to gain any more yards, but make defenders lose yardage, and we saw it right there. So nice play by a sophomore sensation, Cole Becker.
6:09 and counting, second quarter. Father Ryan 15, Lipscomb Academy 3. Kennedy Holt hustles to get off the field as he was subbed out for on that defensive line on this 3rd and 11. Richardson throws. Intercepted. It was tipped by Hubbock and intercepted. And tackled at the 33-yard line, but Father Ryan's defense coming up big against the Mustangs. And it was Zito. Zito on the interception. It was tipped by Hubbock. I mean, Hubbock's been able to jump routes the last few weeks, but on this one, pops up. Zito gets it, and the Irish forced a turnover, 5:47 to go second quarter, leading 15-3.
That was a nice job by the Irish secondary. First, with the broken up play, which caused the ball to be popped up in the air. A nice play by Zito on senior night. And the seniors getting it done tonight. And it was a nice interception by him.
Appears it's beginning to rain harder here in South Nashville. I can actually see the raindrops from the big light towers on either side. Father Ryan starts 1st and 10 from its own 34. 2 timeouts for the Irish remain in this half. It's going to be Jaden Robinson trying to stretch it to the outside. He'll get maybe a yard at best. Now, you might remember against McCauley last week, Father Ryan got the ball with about this much time to go in the half. And they managed to just keep running it, and there was a penalty, but then the clock kept running. By the time McCauley got it back, it was less than 40 seconds to go in the half. Different there since Father Ryan was up 2 versus being up 12 here. They also were playing McCauley, which can score in blink of an eye. 2 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near for the Irish on this 2nd and 9. 5:12 and counting, 13 seconds on the play clock. They'll send Erdman over to that far side. A flag comes in. False start on Father Ryan. I didn't see anybody flinch, but I was maybe looking over at the clock when that happened. So Father Ryan be looking at 2nd and 14. But the clock rolls. I mean, this is somewhat similar to what I just mentioned, that McCauley drive late in that first half 1 week ago. Less than 5 minutes to go. 4:53 and counting. 13 seconds on the play clock, though, so Father Ryan can't lollygag too much. And with the ball on the near hash of the 30-yard line, 5 seconds on the play clock. Tapscott's going to have to hurry. I think he should time out. We had a whistle.
I think timeout was called before Father Ryan. Before the flag, excuse me.
Yeah, I could hear some of the Father Ryan supporters shouting about the time. They were discombobulated there. So Father Ryan calls a timeout, 4:38 to go second quarter. It's Father Ryan 15, Lipscomb Academy 3. But now Father Ryan looking at a 2nd and 14. 4:38, so Irish with the ball trying to, at least it appears, move the ball down the field, obviously, but trying to take time off the clock. Also, Father Ryan, when the opening coin toss, deferred, so the Irish will receive the ball to start the second half. And again, 1 week from tonight, season finale for this Father Ryan Irish football team, playing up at Knox Catholic. Knox Catholic had been a Division I team until this past season, and that's part of why things got rearranged. Because before, the way you had it, I'm going to think about putting my phone down here, trying to do 3 things at once as they break the huddle. But it certainly changed things from a configuration standpoint, and not everybody makes the playoffs. So between Knox Catholic, Innsworth, and Brentwood Academy, one of those 3 schools is not making it in. I mean, BA is a 4-time defending state champ, but there are no automatic bids to these playoffs. 2nd and 14, 4:38 to go. Out of the gun, Tapscott is going to go deep, looking for Parker Erdman. And it's caught. Erdman with the reception. Tackle to the 17-yard line on the money.
Man, that's the third time DC going deep. He's been successful finding Parker Erdman. He feels like he feels like kind of feels like Jerry Rice out there, with the speed, and he has speed to burn, and he has nice hands as well. So
he had that touchdown earlier in the back of the end zone for Father Ryan. A nice catch there. 1st and 10 Irish from the 18, 4:19 and counting. Second quarter, the Irish lead by double digits. The run to that far side. Anthony Wright, maybe a 2 or 3 yard gain. So about a 3 yard gain. The ball at the 15. The clock continues to run, approaching the 4-minute mark of the second quarter. Father Ryan 15, Lipscomb Academy 3. We get a whistle, and it's officials' timeout. So Marcus Kennedy Holt's going to check into the game.
I just think probably get a little bit bigger and stronger on that offensive line.
Yeah, Jadarius Lee coming to the sideline. It has to be something to do with the way substitutions are done. From time to time, you see that for both teams in a given game. So 2nd and 7 for the Irish. The clock is rolling, 3:46 and counting. With 13 seconds in the play clock, there's a snap, handoff, Anthony Wright. Almost a busted play, but he's going to try and make something out of it. Have maybe a 1 or 2 yard gain. But this seems to be a definite concerted effort for Father Ryan as far as keeping that clock running. And with the ball in Lipscomb's red zone at the 13, it'll be a 3rd and 5 for the Irish. They just passed 30 seconds in the play clock. The game clock, 3:20 and counting, second quarter. And so Father Ryan up by 12. Doesn't have to be in any sort of a hurry. Look at that double. That has been such a great formation for this Irish offense by and large. The double running back look. Tabscott, play fake, throws, high pass, incomplete, intended for Josh Pfeiffer. It was a good idea if the throw had been there. Could have been a touchdown, but incomplete. Now it's going to be 4th and 5 for the Irish.
And I don't blame Coach Tavu. Go for it, man.
Well, right now, Father Ryan leads 15-3. If you hit a field goal from here, you'd be looking at a 15-point lead. Of course, you get a touchdown. That becomes a 3-possession game, so depends on what you want to do. Father Ryan now with 20 seconds on the play clock. They're going to go for it appears. Peterson over the sideline. Going to get Erdman back in there.
Yeah, like what I'm seeing here, trying to get him. There you go, quickly. I don't know if they're going to try to just jump him off, make him jump off sides or what. Oh.
No, they're going to use a timeout. There are only 6 seconds to go on the play clock. And the game clock wasn't running. It stopped at the 3:04 mark with that incompletion on the last play. Now, if Father Ryan were to get Lipscomb to move into the neutral zone.
That'd be a fresh set.
Maybe. It's close, though. It would be very close. But you're right. It could be 1st and goal if that were to happen. But I think Father Ryan's going to straight up and try and go for it here. Again, a 12-point lead. They get the ball to start the second half. And if Father Ryan could punch in a touchdown here late in this first half, what an advantage that would have for the Irish would have coming out of the locker room. This defense, though, has played very well thus far for Father Ryan on a wet night here in South Nashville. So for Father Ryan, 0 as far as timeouts go. Lipscomb Academy has all 3 of theirs. And with 3:04 to go, that should be enough time for them if they can get the ball back here. Of course, the Irish now looking at a 4th and 5 from the 13. That'd be Beacom as a tight end on that far side. Quarterback DC Tabscott, the running back Anthony Wright. Trips receivers to the near side. Erdman and Pfeiffer and Christian Smith. Tabscott rolls near side under pressure. Somehow gets away. Tries to direct traffic. Throws against his body. Touchdown Irish. Parker Erdman. How about that?
Man, Parker Erdman turning into Devontae Smith on Saturday. And I'm saying that because Devontae Smith had 5 touchdowns against Ole Miss. And right now we're seeing a well-deserved performance by both DC Tabscott and Parker Erdman. That's the 3rd connection here tonight, man.
I thought that number 9, Garrett Hall, had Tabscott was about to drop him. Somehow Tabscott got free, threw against his body, and Erdman got there, made the catch. Touchdown Irish. Extra point by Zach Wesnowski. It's good. So 2:55 to go, second quarter. It's 22-3. Father Ryan leading Lipscomb Academy. And what a play that ended up being for Father Ryan. If that's an incompletion or a sack, that's a turnover on downs. Instead, it's a touchdown. Father Ryan now leads by 3 possessions.
That was a nice job by DC Tascott, having that nice mobility and then able to get his feet back, set again, and then throw a nice, perfect dart to Parker Erdman for the touchdown.
So less than 3 minutes remain in this first half. Father Ryan 22, Lipscomb Academy 3. It'll be Wesnowski who just kicked that extra point for the Irish set to kick off. And again, we see Lipscomb Academy's 2 return men step up just a few steps, a few paces, if you will. Keep in mind, though, Lipscomb with all 3 of their timeouts, trailing the Irish by 19 points, 2:55 to go, second quarter. And what has been a very strong night thus far for the Irish. So Wisnowski, spinning kick. I think it's going to carry him into the end zone. Second touchback of the game. The first from the opponent's 45, okay. But from your own 40, nice kick by Wisnowski. A touchback will give Lipscomb Academy the ball first and 10 from its own 20. 2:55 to go, second quarter. Father Ryan leading 22-3.
And the ball almost literally hit the main official right there.
That would have been interesting. I don't know what they would have done in that case.
I don't know.
I mean, I know, like if you're like a regular offensive play and there's a throw that hits an official, you're just out of luck. So I don't know. Luckily, we have to deal with that unusual. What would have been an unusual turn of events. Instead, it's more of your typical touchback. So first and 10, 4 receivers, 1 running back for Lipscomb Academy with 5 seconds on the play clock. 2:55 to go, second quarter. And the Irish leading by 19. They'll bring McNamara in motion to the far side. 0 on the play clock. I was going to say that should be a penalty. And notice it's after a change of possession like that or a kickoff return, 25 seconds on the play clock, not 40. It hurt Father Ryan earlier, and this one it's going to send Lipscomb Academy back 5 yards. The 40-second play clock has changed things, but it's not across the board 40 seconds. And I think some teams are still getting used to that. Trips receivers to the near side, 1 to the far, 1 running back. And this first and 15 from the 15 of the Mustangs. Maybe a handoff, maybe a 2 or 3 yard gain at best. And it was Lyles on the run. I couldn't see that number from up here. And it was Torrey Heron, big number 55. Father Ryan's been trying to rotate its linemen on both sides just because that's one thing Lipscomb Academy doesn't do. Almost everybody on offense or defense, but not both.
Absolutely. Like substitution, you got to keep the guys fresh.
The clock rolls, second and 13, 2:25 and counting. Second and 13 from the 17 it'll be with 2 receivers to the far side, an H-back, a running back, and 1 receiver to the near side. Richardson is going to throw deep into man coverage. Nice reception there. And that's going to be a first down for Lipscomb Academy. And it was Coleman Baker.
I mean, he's a really good receiver, 6'1". If I'm saying that right, yeah, 6'1", 165. He has speed and he has awareness.
So now 2 minutes to go, second quarter. Father Ryan leading by 19. It's a play. There's a handoff fake. It's a quarterback run. Richardson has the first down for Lipscomb Academy. And suddenly the Mustangs are moving fast. Father Ryan out of timeouts. Can't stop the clock. Can't regroup. We see Anthony Wright go into the game for Father Ryan on this first and 10.
There was a little bit of a quarterback draw on that play.
Replacing Jackson Brown. Yeah, the quarterback draw was a well-timed one. So from the Irish 39-yard line, 1:43 and counting, handoff Lyles to that far side. Lyles will have maybe 8 or 9 yards close, not quite to the line to gain. And the clock continues to run. 90 seconds to go first half. Lipscomb's got all 3 of its timeouts, but it's opting not to use them at this point. So second and 1 for the Mustangs from the Irish 32. 1:18 and counting. And it's 2 receivers near side, 1 to the far, the H-back, and it's going to be a handoff to Lyles. It's going to be close. I think he has it. But if not, he missed it by... Yeah, I think he's got it. They're moving the chains already. Michael Hartz again. Give him credit on the stop.
And it looks like Lipscomb's going to take a timeout.
And understandably so. So now that Lipscomb has the first down, they use the timeout at the 1:07 mark of the second quarter. It's Father Ryan 22, Lipscomb Academy 3. And Lipscomb Academy knows down by 3 scores. Father Ryan gets the ball to start the second half. that offense, the Mustangs want to hang in there. This would be a good time for the Mustangs to try and find their way into the end zone. Easier said than done, though. This Father Ryan defense has played very well so far. A couple of long passes given up, but then managed to stout up when the circumstances called for it. Lipscomb, they have 2 field goal tries. One they missed, one they made, and that's it to this point. As for Father Ryan, those 22 points, a pair of Parker Erdman touchdown catches. One spectacular back corner, the other coming back on a play where Tapscott uses his legs to keep the play alive. Left with a timeout. Now 2 timeouts remaining for Lipscomb Academy. 1:07 to go second quarter. Father Ryan leads 22-3. And it's Luther Richardson, a quarterback with 5 receivers. Throws complete over the middle. That's McNamara. First and goal. McNamara a little slow to get up. So Kyle McNamara, he's going to be able to leave the field on his own power, but we're going to have a timeout. 1 minute, 1 second to go. Second quarter, Father Ryan leading 22-3. And so Lipscomb obviously wants to stop the clock as they want to give themselves every opportunity to try and punch it into the red zone, or the end zone of the Irish. Down by 19. Father Ryan's defense has been playing well. And if nothing else, psychologically, to break that Father Ryan momentum before they go in for the half.
Yeah, that felt like Kyle McNamara. I mean, Grayson Hubbock made a nice play. And just the impact of the tackle, or maybe the impact of him hitting the turf, caused him to be a little slow to get up. I think he probably may have got the wind knocked out of him.
I was just thinking that. That's what I'm hoping it was. Hope it's nothing serious. McNamara's done a lot of running out there in this first half. And I tell you, I mean, you see a 5'8" receiver list, you think, really? But then you see him out there, and he goes over the middle and has very sure hands. And he's got the Mustangs looking at a first and goal from the Irish 8. They'll say an even minute to go. Late in this second quarter, Father Ryan 22, Lipscomb Academy 3. It's trips receivers to this near side, one to the far. Richardson rolls near side, tries to find open receiver in the back of the end zone, and it's caught for a touchdown, Lipscomb Academy.
It was a little bit of a DC Tapscott play, like from earlier, from the first touchdown of Parker Erdman. So it was a little bit of a different play right there.
So it's Charles Yory is number 19 that scored. They read off a name in there that I had as a different name. When we got the official roster, we got just not that long before game time, listed number 19 as Charles Yory. Either way, it's a touchdown for the Mustangs with 54 seconds to go in this second quarter. And now Mason Long, extra point, is good. So 54 seconds to go, very late in this first half. Father Ryan 22, Lipscomb Academy 10. And now Father Ryan with 0 timeouts and what is still a double-digit lead, Irish lead by 12. I would anticipate Father Ryan, if they don't take a kickoff back to the house, and they'll take a knee a couple of times, and that's going to be it for this first half. And Father Ryan will get the ball to start the second half. Now, they could surprise us. You never know, but just, considering the time remaining, the 0 timeouts for Father Ryan, the fact they've got the lead, still a double-digit lead at that. It appears now that Lipscomb Academy is ready to kick off as the Irish return team takes to the field. Aiden Nelson, one of 2 deep return men for Father Ryan, along with Parker Erdman. So with Mason Long, he'll spot the ball, or he'll place the ball at the 40-yard line at far hash. So again, 54 seconds to go. Late in this second quarter, it's Father Ryan 22, Lipscomb Academy 10. So it'll be interesting. You figure just kick a medium length kick, you would imagine here, but we'll see. So Father Ryan 22, Lipscomb Academy 10. 54 seconds to go, second quarter. Well, it's a deep kick. That's going to cross the plane of the end zone. And again, there's a reason Mason Long has been talked up so much. We had that roughly 70%, whatever you would call it, rate as far as getting touchbacks on kickoffs. got that strong leg, and maybe Father Ryan will try something here. Lipscomb has one timeout, so if the Irish tried a pass or whatever is incomplete, not the end of the world, take a knee a couple of times, but considering the ball's at their own 20, they're out of timeouts. That would be my anticipation is taking a knee. We'll find out. Irish are going to line up as if they're going to go with 4 receivers, and they might. They might take one crack at it here. This is not the normal formation you see for just kneeling down. Irish trying to be aggressive late. Tabscott is going to keep it himself. Tabscott cutting towards this near side. That's the first down past the 35 to the 40. Tackled around the 43-yard line of the Irish. Father Ryan out of timeouts. 45 seconds to go. They temporarily stop the clock to move the chains. Father Ryan's going to be quick to the ball. The 42-yard line of the Irish. The clock rolls. 40 seconds to go. Second quarter. Father Ryan leads 22-10. And we're going to have a whistle. And maybe a timeout for Lipscomb. So that, for the Mustangs, is their third and final timeout. So interesting move there for Father Ryan as far as they're playing it aggressive. Up by 12. Seeing what Lipscomb may give them here. And now with the ball at the 42-yard line, because the clock temporarily stops when they move the chains, there are some options here for Father Ryan depending on how tight they want to play it. Father Ryan 22, Lipscomb Academy 10. First and 10 for Father Ryan at its own 42-yard line. Irish out of timeouts. And the Irish will receive the ball to start the second half. Got Lipscomb Academy's players out there ready to go, and Father Ryan still holding up talking things over. And a reminder, the regular season finale for Father Ryan 1 week from tonight. We'll have it for you here on ATW Sportscast from Knoxville, Tennessee. My first time ever calling a game up there as Knox Catholic hosts the Irish in the final game of the season for Father Ryan. So on this first and 10 out of the timeout, 37 seconds to go first half. And now look at this. It's going to be 5 receivers for Father Ryan, 3 to the far, 2 to the near. Tabscott throws over the middle, complete. Tackled at the 41-yard line. The clock temporarily stops 30 seconds. Irish have to move fast to the line. Parker Erdman on the reception.
We still see that sync there between Tabscott and Erdman.
Tabscott takes the snap and spikes the ball into the ground to stop the clock. 26 seconds. Father Ryan with the ball at the 41-yard line of Lipscomb Academy. Saw Jaden Robinson go into the game, then stop and come back, and said the Irish will send in Antonio Wright. See Father Ryan keeping to shuttle in guys at key positions, whether it's defensive line or running back. Two receivers to the far side, 2 receivers to the near side. 26 seconds to go. Father Ryan leads 22-10. Tabscott throws high, incomplete. It's in the vicinity of Matthew Beacom, but off the mark. Now, I'll be 3rd and 10 now. 22 seconds to go. I almost think Father Ryan might run it here. Maybe not. Maybe they'll try and throw it one more time and get down there, just because if you throw it and it's incomplete, then you may have to punt the ball. And with Lipscomb out of timeouts, well, they have a few different options. I thought they were going to take a knee and go to the half. I was wrong on that, so we'll see what they actually end up doing. They're lining up 4 receivers.
I mean, you never know what happens in a situation. Maybe you want to try to add on to the lead, or...
Well, I think that's the idea, is they're going to throw near sideline, incomplete. Pass was intended for Parker Erdman, trying to get the ball out of bounds. 17 seconds as the clock stops in the incompletion, but now it's 4th and 10. You know, Father Ryan might try it again here. I mean, there is a lot of risk, actually, for punting if you have a punt blocked or the snap goes over the punter's head, etc. So Irish are at least going to keep their offense on the field. Look at 17 seconds to go. They figure, I would have think, that the Mustangs would just take a knee if they get the ball back here with any time left. 4th and 10. Father Ryan. 4 receivers bunched up. Tabscott going to throw one deep. Looking for Christian Smith. Smith has it at the 5. First down, Father Ryan. Irish have to move quick. 9 seconds. The clock temporarily stops to move the chains, but the Irish have to get in position, get still, snap the ball, and spike it. And what a final minute here by this Father Ryan Irish team. The clock runs 7 seconds and counting. Spiked into the ground 6 seconds.
Now, question here. Do you try to run one more play?
Well, that's a good. If you're going to do it, it's got to be quick.
Yeah,
At this point, I would personally be inclined to go for the field goal, but we'll see. 6 seconds, you can do a quick, just to the sideline or just a quick slant. Yeah. Of course, the danger is if you throw a slant and you don't see a player jumping the route, it could go disastrously wrong. So, with 6 seconds to go, Father Ryan leading Lipscomb 22-10. The Irish, and again, the Irish will get the ball to start the second half. Here comes the kicking team for Father Ryan. They're going to have to hurry. 10 seconds on the play clock. And the Irish don't have any timeouts. This may be a penalty here. They may have to take a 5-yard penalty. 3 seconds. 2, 1. They get the snap off. Kick by Zach Kwasnowski's up. And it's good. The clock stops with 1 second to go. Well, now it's all zeros. And that's halftime. So what a final drive there by Father Ryan to get down deep into Lipscomb territory. I thought they was going to take a knee and instead get a field goal. So at the half, it's now Father Ryan 25, Lipscomb Academy 10.
Man, what a first half by the offense, and the defense also doing its part as well.
So Father Ryan will receive the ball to start the second half. Well, he gets whistles now. I think they're going to put a second back on the clock. Although I've heard 3 seconds from the next room. So, I mean, if the time still remains, they can't just leave the field. That's not the way it works. Father Ryan will be forced to kick off. So we'll see what the Irish end up doing. I'm hearing from the other room 3 seconds. Yeah. Father Ryan 25, Lipscomb Academy 10. So the Irish with a 15-point lead, and they will receive the ball on the other side of halftime. Here with 3 seconds to go, Wisnowski with the ball at the 40-yard line, as per the norm. This is likely to be just a squib, something to try and make those 3 seconds run out without putting the Irish at too much risk of giving back a touchdown return very late in this first half. Wisnowski, and is that squib, although man will play from the 15 to the 25. That's Lyles. That's the horn. And that's the last play of the first half. So Father Ryan goes into the halftime locker room up by 15 points, and they will get the ball to start the second half. Nice first half for Father Ryan.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you're Coach Tavo in the offense, you're proud of that final drive before halftime, and as a result, getting 3 more points to extend the lead.
So your score at the half, Father Ryan High School 25, Lipscomb Academy 10. We're going to take a break, and we'll see on the other side of the half for the start of the third quarter, Father Ryan getting the ball to start the second half, leading by 15 here at Giacosa Stadium on senior night. So we've reached the end of halftime here in Giacosa Stadium on the campus of Father Ryan High School, where the Irish at the half lead Lipscomb Academy by the score of 25-10. Hello, everybody. I'm Lou Pickney, and from behind the Crest, Tyler Fernandez. And Tyler, great first half for Father Ryan. And what a final drive to get that field goal, give the Irish a 15-point lead, and they get the ball to start the second half.
Absolutely. The most important drive of the first half was that last drive before halftime. And Coach Tavo was not afraid to call some play calls and take some risk. It was starting off by that big 17-yard, 23-yard gain, quarterback draw by D.C. Tapscott, and then D.C. throwing a nice pass to, I believe, either Christian Smith or somebody, or I know it was a wide receiver, but took it all the way down to, I believe, the 5 or 3-yard line, and as a result, got 3 points out of it, 10.5.
And so it's Father Ryan 25, Lipscomb Academy 10, the first ever meeting between these two schools in varsity football. And Father Ryan looking for its seniors to get a win on their final appearance as a varsity football player here for Father Ryan High School at Giacosa Stadium. I think about the seniors as well down there, walk past them, going over to the facilities over there, and certainly enthusiasm, but they know this is their last time as a senior to be here at Giacosa Stadium for a Father Ryan varsity football game. So, enjoy it while they can. That's the idea. So, the 3-minute countdown. I thought they were going to rush us out of halftime. And then they give the 3 minutes for teams to get warmed up and ready. Be a good opportunity to pass along some scores, and these will definitely be of interest for some of you. Ensworth 13, Brentwood Academy 10. That one is at the half. Baylor 14, Montgomery Bell Academy 6. We're on that one. That game started a half hour before ours did down in Chattanooga, and in an absolute downpour. If that goes final, or when it goes final, almost for sure will before our game ends, we'll let you know. Also, Knox Catholic at the half, up 24-7 on Brentwood High. Non-region game, but it matters because if it's a 2-3 region record tie between Brentwood Academy, Ensworth, and Knox Catholic, if they win this game against Brentwood High, would have the tiebreaker advantage because they have a 1-1 record against all three of them. So that's not a tiebreak. Go to most overall wins, and that would go to Knox Catholic. Brentwood Academy would then advance with the 4 seed, and Ensworth would be on the outside looking in.
Yeah, some of those halftime scores are very interesting, so we'll try to keep all of y'all up to date and see what happens from this point on.
And so for Father Ryan, finally we get the official over there on that 40-yard line of Lipscomb to give the okay. I guess they're still counting on the 3 minutes. 10 seconds and counting on that clock, and then when that's done, I suppose we'll be ready for the kickoff. So Father Ryan, in large part thanks to a pair of impressive Parker Erdman touchdown receptions, one in the back corner of the end zone, the other on a play that DC Tapscott, the quarterback, extended with his legs, almost against his body, but strong enough he knew Erdman would be there. Erdman made the catch. And that's how Father Ryan got his 3rd touchdown. Then the late field goal, 25-10, Father Ryan leads. There's the kickoff, and the knee was down. So Aiden Nelson trying on the kick return, but his knee was down as he brought the ball in at the 6-yard line. So not the start Father Ryan wanted for this second half. That's going to be the Irish's worst starting field position of this game.
It was a little interesting right there. I mean, he was trying to secure, like you see. Sometimes you see receivers that kind of bend down to try to make sure they secure the ball, but sometimes what happens is they're not aware about where their body is on the field. So as a result, that's why Aiden Nelson tried to do it, but unfortunately he just a little bit too low on that. 1st
and 10 is a stretch play. Running back Jaden Robinson trying to get the corner. The ball came out, it appears. Lipscomb seems to think they have it. And it was a fumble, and it was recovered by Lipscomb Academy. So Father Ryan, they start off the second half by taking a knee, fielding the kickoff at the 6, a fumble by Jaden Robinson. It's going to be Lipscomb Academy 1st and goal from the Irish 4-yard line. Father Ryan leads 25-10. But that's, I'm sure, not what they talked about in the locker room for the Irish during the half.
You're probably not expecting it this early, like 9 seconds into the second half, and a little bit of a fumble Ruski on the play. So
Richardson, the quarterback, hand off to Lyles. Lyles trying to get to this edge. He'll be tackled for a loss. Nice play there. Grayson Hubbock.
And that's probably what you want here if you're this Irish defense. You saw their offense have a turnover, and Grayson Hubbock did a nice job. And again, the seniors getting it done on senior night and tackling for losses, so apparently.
Well, let's say they put the ball. They may say the forward progress was stopped. It was it looks like it was a few yards lost. So 2nd and 10, 11-16 and counting third quarter. The Irish lead by 15. Play fake. Richardson throws for the end zone, and it's a touchdown for Lipscomb Academy. And it was Cole McDowell, number 16, 6'5", senior. And suddenly Lipscomb with an extra point can make it a one-possession game.
Yeah, it's a little interesting. You see Cole McDowell, 6'6", 196, senior. And he's not afraid to go up and get those catches, and especially ones for clutch touchdowns, as we just saw right there.
Mason Long is the kicker to attempt this extra point for Lipscomb Academy. And the extra point is good. So 11:09 to go third quarter. It's Father Ryan 25, Lipscomb Academy 17. So the Irish now have to reset, knowing that going from a 15-point lead down to now an 8-point lead certainly changes things a bit. And so for Father Ryan, Urban will not be in there on this kick return. It's going to be Nelson, who had the issue with his knee hitting as he brought in the kickoff on the opening kickoff to start the second half. Back there with Boss Slay on that far side.
Yeah, for Coach Tubman in this offense, this is a redemption drive right here.
Well, I mean, you had one play and you fumbled it, so I would think from there they're going to try and build on that and have something more productive. Just not the start that Father Ryan wanted at all to begin this second half. But the Irish lead 25-17, 11:09 to go, third quarter. So it's Mason Long, who, as I noted earlier, has about 70% average as far as getting touchbacks. This is going the one hop, the two hop by Nelson to the 10, to the 15. Aiden Nelson to the 25, cuts through to the 30, to the 35, tackled to the 37-yard line. Nice return, Father Ryan.
Yeah, it was a nice redemption return by Aiden Nelson. Like you said, on the previous return, he dropped to a knee, but this time he was able to keep his knees and elbows off the ground and being able to get a nice return.
They will spot the ball, the nose of the ball, right on this near side hash on the 37-yard line. 1st and 10, Father Ryan 25, Lipscomb Academy 17. 11:04 to go third quarter. Tapscott, the quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 receivers, a tight end. Play fake. Tapscott's going to throw deep. Christian Smith. Incomplete, but look at a pass interference flag. As the defender for Lipscomb is all over him.
And I'll say that the Lipscomb defender, I believe number 21, Marve Cathy, was trying to, and he knew that he got beat by Christian Smith, and he was trying to kind of hold on to him just to try to stay with it, and the refs were aware of that, and they threw the flag.
Smith almost made the catch on top of it, but it moves the chains either way. 1st and 10, Father Ryan, the ball now in Mustangs territory. Irish are quick to the line. Lipscomb's got to look to they were looking to the sideline, almost got quick snapped. 2 receivers far side, 2 running backs for Tapscott. 10:57 to go third quarter, and that run got blown up in the backfield, about a 1-yard loss for Anthony Wright.
It was made by Kobe Roy, number 29. Defensive line, 5'11", 213 senior. He was able to get past the offensive line and blow it up.
From what I've seen on video from Lipscomb Academy, Roy, number 29, is one of their better run stoppers. So when he can get in there and into the backfield, it makes a difference. With a 2-yard loss, puts the ball at the 50-yard line for Father Ryan. 10:28 and counting third quarter. Father Ryan 25, Lipscomb Academy 17. It's 2 receivers to the far side, 2 running backs. Lipscomb adjusts, bringing some players, teasing an outside linebacker blitz from the far side. Tapscott rolls far side, rolling, nobody open, throws, incomplete. Christian Smith was the nearest receiver, but a smart play there. Don't try and force it. Throw it away and try it on third down.
That was a nice throw by DC Tapscott, trying to roll out to his right, trying to find Christian Smith, and I think you were right on that one, just mainly just trying to throw away the football.
Well, and I would say Lipscomb Academy made a fortunate for them adjustment as far as teasing that outside linebacker blitz from that far side, because that's where Tapscott was going to be rolling. He didn't have a whole lot of latitude as far as time went. 3rd and 12. 10 minutes, 10 seconds to go, third quarter. Father Ryan 25, Lipscomb Academy 17. It's 4 receivers with Beacom lined up as a receiver. Tapscott under pressure, steps up. He's going to be sacked. So on 3rd and 12, it's a sack. Lipscomb Academy. And Father Ryan's going to be looking at a 4th and long, and you imagine a punt's coming. It's Fisher with a sack. Number 47, Sam Fisher.
And Sam Fisher, nice height and size for a freshman, 6 feet tall, 193 pounds as a freshman, was able to get there on DC Tascon and get the sack.
And look out for McNamara, number 10, set to return for Lipscomb Academy. Wisnowski to punt from his own 30. And as a spinning punt, not his strongest, but he'll take an Irish bounce inside the 25. Keep on rolling for the Irish. And finally rolled that around the 21-yard line. So nice punt there by Wisnowski. It wasn't the longest one, but he got the bounce, got the roll. And now we're going to see, as opposed to starting from the 4-yard line of the Irish, how Lipscomb Academy fares starting from its own 22-yard line, or 21 it looks like, as they've adjusted. 9:19 to go, third quarter. Father Ryan 25, Lipscomb Academy 17. Pair of receivers over to this near side. Walton and Baker. Quarterback Richardson. Luther Richardson, pump fake throws, complete. McNamara has it for a first down for the Mustangs. Kyle McNamara has been all over the place tonight.
Well, we continue to see McNamara be one of their most dangerous receivers for this Lipscomb offense.
They wind the clock, 9:08 and counting. Third quarter. Father Ryan 25, Lipscomb Academy 17. 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far. Only 1 running back to provide blocking protection. 22 seconds on the play clock as quarterback number 5, Luther Richardson, surveys the situation. Father Ryan's going to bring the outside linebacker blitz. Goes over the quarterback's head. Richardson tries to jump on the ball. It's still loose. Father Ryan can pick it up. Just jump on it, Father Ryan. The Irish say they have it. And they do. So the wet ball, Father Ryan had some issues earlier. Now it's Lipscomb running into problems with it. And a fumble recovery for the Irish.
Yeah, it's probably what you want for Coach Privet and the defense. And like you said, the conditions, it's a little tricky with a wet football. And as a result, Father Ryan was able to jump on it, and now they got the football in excellent field position at the opposition, Lipscomb Academy 14.
See Matthew Zito and Michael Hartz, 2 of the linebackers in this Father Ryan defense, celebrating on the side. I didn't exactly see who jumped on the ball when it was all said and done. Now the Irish are looking 1st and 10 from the 14-yard line of the Mustangs. Father Ryan leads Lipscomb 25-17. Double running back look, double tight end, handoff, Antonio Wright. And he's going to run to a wall of bodies. So no gain, 2nd and 10, 8:30 and counting, third quarter. Father Ryan leads by 8. And we see Christian Smith coming into the game. He's going to spell Antonio Wright. That probably means a 3-receiver look. As Peterson comes to the side as well. So out of the gun, hard count, doesn't get Lipscomb to move into the neutral zone. 15 on the play clock, 8:05 and counting, third quarter. Father Ryan leads Lipscomb 25-17. And that's a handoff. I believe that's Jackson. Bryshawn Jackson, number 32. It's a freshman. Remember, last home game here, they put him in the game and had the misfortune of just flinching just enough to get a false start and got pulled out of the game. But they're the freshman able to move the ball a couple of yards. 3rd and 8, 7:40 and counting, third quarter. Father Ryan leads by 8. And so with the 23 seconds on the play clock, again, this 40-second play clock, it really has changed things, at least when you have a long drive like this going with 15 seconds on the play clock, 3rd and 9. The Irish need to get to the 4 to get a first down. 10 seconds on the play clock. Father Ryan with that 8-point lead. Continue to let the clock wind on down. 5 seconds. And with 2 seconds on the play clock, it's snap, play fake, throw. And it's caught. It appears to be caught. Josh Pfeiffer. So Pfeiffer, slant. First down, first and goal for the Irish. How about that?
Yeah, simple slant route by Josh Pfeiffer, and nice job by DC Tapscott throwing a nice, beautiful strike and having enough yards for the first down.
So Father Ryan looking at first and goal from the 3. Irish lead by 8, 25-17. Your score, Father Ryan leading Lipscomb. Gonna have Zito in there, along with Becker, blocking for the run. Waiting for that referee signal. Not quite.
He's going to be at the 1.
So Anthony Wright on the run. Didn't get to the end zone, but down to the 1. Second and goal from the 1. 6:27 to go third quarter. Father Ryan 25. Lipscomb Academy 17. And with 24 seconds in the play clock, Irish now break the huddle. So again, it'll be Zito and Becker in as fullbacks. It'll be a QB keeper. Sneak. Tapscott waiting for a signal. Touchdown Irish.
So that four total touchdowns by DC Tapscott, 3 TD passes, and now this one a 1-yard rushing touchdown.
And so at the 6:08 mark of the third quarter, Father Ryan has re-extended its lead. Recall the Irish led at the half by 2 scores, but then a fumble one play after receiving the kickoff to start the second half. As the extra point by Wesnowski is good, but it was a fumble and then a rather quick touchdown by Lipscomb that suddenly made it a one-possession game, 25-17. The Irish had led 25-10 at the half, and then Father Ryan responds there, had the nice kick return, and then a strong drive, the conversion to get the first and goal down on the 3, and then finally it's Tapscott calling his own number. Father Ryan leads 32-17. So about midway through this third quarter, Father Ryan trying to close out the home schedule of 2019 with a victory. It's a Father Ryan team that has played some very, very tough competition this year. I mean, Lipscomb's no slouch either. I know they beat Page. Nobody else has beaten Page this year but Lipscomb Academy. But here at Giacosa Stadium, it's now Father Ryan 32, Lipscomb 17, 6:08 to go third quarter. And his junior place kicker, Zach Wesnowski, with the ball right on that X in the middle of the field, on that 40-yard line. And again, it's the backman playing up. For the return, it's going to go off the 1 hop into the end zone for a touchback. It appears as a strategy by Lipscomb. If you're going to kick it sort of deep, we'll try and return it. You kick it deep enough to get there, good on you. We'll start first and 10 from our 20.
That was a little.
Baylor beats NBA 14-6. Sorry to interrupt you there.
You're good.
Breaking news there. It's the news producer and me just couldn't help myself. So here we go now for first and 10 from the 20 for Lipscomb Academy. And you got to think the Mustangs down by 15. Going back to the air. They've had some long passes in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't know if probably this early you probably want to try to go quick, but I mean, you never know. About 18 total minutes left to go in this game.
Screenplay to Lyles got blown up. Beautiful play there by Father Ryan. Get that tackle for loss. Matthew Zito is having quite a second half. Tackle for loss. And a considerable loss.
And right now these seniors are continuing to show that they still can do great things. Even if it's their last game here in this stadium, they can still continue to do well and get sacks and tackles for losses. You know,
these seniors want to end their Father Ryan varsity football career at home on a winning note. And so here on this second and long, Richardson throws into man coverage, incomplete. 10 receivers, Coleman Baker.
That was a nice coverage by Nick Ledoux on that play, number 29.
Another senior. We were talking about seniors, and Nick Ledoux, one of those. So it's now be 3rd and 16. So it was a 6-yard loss on the first down play. Incompletion on second. Father Ryan leads 32-17. 5:24 to go, third quarter. 3rd and long. Father Ryan, 3 down linemen, 3 linebackers, 5 defensive backs. That includes Matthew Beacom lining up as a defensive end in this 3-4 scheme. H-back moves to the far side to provide protection, but it's going to be a sack. Richardson gets caught in the backfield by a pair of Irish defenders, including, guess who? Beacom.
And also Torrey Heron as well.
Yeah, Heron forcing his way in there. You think about that, only 3 down linemen on that 3rd and long, but just a blocking failure there on some level by Lipscomb. Great effort by Father Ryan by the same token. And we're not seeing Erdman out to return again. This is interesting. It's going to be Michael Hartz.
Guess probably Coach Rector and all the coaches want to give seniors as many snaps as they can on their final game here at Giacosa.
And so on this 4th and very long, it's going to be Mason Long from the back of his, or check this, number 8 who's punting. It's a spinning kick off the one hop to Hartz, who's going to play it from the 45, and why not? It's got some room to that far side. He can get to the corner, maintains his balance, brought down at the 40. It's about a 4 or 5 yard return by Hartz, and that's where Father Ryan's going to start with this next drive in Lipscomb Academy territory. 4:26 to go, 3rd quarter. Father Ryan 32, Lipscomb Academy 17. It was a Tate Taylor, number 8, that punted the ball. Wasn't his best punt, although from the back of your end zone, you're just trying to get the ball out of there. So to that end, it was a success. And Father Ryan now looking at the reality of being up by 15 points, 4:26 to go, 3rd quarter, the 40-second play clock to utilize, and plenty of running backs. In this one, they're going to have, looks like Anthony Wright on the near side, and the freshman Bryshawn Jackson to the right of quarterback DC Tapscott. They'll send Wright in motion, a handoff to Jackson. Bryshawn Jackson, the freshman, 5 or 6 yards on that carry.
And nice job by Bryshawn Jackson. Continues to churn his legs. I continue to say this every time, that if running backs churn their legs, they're going to get extra yardage. And not only that, but also slip away at tackles, as we saw right there.
Approaching the 4-minute mark of the 3rd quarter. Father Ryan 32, Lipscomb Academy 17. So a 15-point lead for the Irish. 18 seconds on the play clock. It's going to be a handoff. Bryshawn Jackson again. Maybe a yard at best. Looked like Lipscomb was ready for that one.
Yeah, no doubt right there.
Approaching the 3:30 mark of the 3rd quarter. Father Ryan 32, Lipscomb Academy 17. Jackson to the sideline, replaced by Antonio Wright on this 3rd and 4. Might see a hard count here, see if Father Ryan can induce Lipscomb into the neutral zone. That would give the Irish a 1st down. Bring Beacom in motion to this near side. Handoff. Anthony Wright. Anthony Wright. Oh, it's going to be close. I think he's got it, but it may have been on the spot. Yeah, he's shy about. So the ball be at the 32. 4th and very short here for Father Ryan. And so it looks like for Father Ryan, you're going to see Zito and Becker in there again for that double fullback, that I formation type look. At least that's what I would anticipate here. 2:40 and counting. 4th and 1. Father Ryan leads 32-17 late in this 3rd quarter. It'll be DC Tapscott going under center. He may try a sneak here. Got a touchdown with that earlier. It's going to be a handoff. It's going to be a 1st down for Father Ryan. And it's Antonio Wright. I saw the 1, couldn't see the 2nd number, want to be sure. So Antonio Wright moves the chains on 4th and short for Father Ryan. Nice job of this Irish offense. They got the push on that offensive line. Got just enough to move it with the ball at the 30-yard line. 1st and 10.
That was a smart play out by Coach Tavo to put Zito and Becker in there for blocking purposes.
And they'll come back to the sideline after knocking that out. Jackson, the freshman, remains in at running back, 1 of 2, along with Jaden Robinson. 2 receivers far side. Less than 2 minutes to go. 3rd quarter, Father Ryan leading by 15 points. 6 seconds on the play clock. Play fake, throw to the far side, complete. That's Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer out of bounds on the 25-yard line, 5-yard gain. So Josh Pfeiffer with that reception.
That was a nice job by Josh Pfeiffer, and a nice call by Coach Tavo. And a nice screen on that play, and Pfeiffer was able to get upfield for about 5 or 4, excuse me.
And this is where sticking with that run between the tackles is so advantageous for the Irish, because you encourage Lipscomb to try and bring in defenders to stop the run. Then you open up that room on the outside in the flat. So on 2nd and 6, 9 seconds of the play clock, this is a handoff. Shoulder blocked by Jaden Robinson, and he should have the first down for Father Ryan. And ever since Father Ryan shifted to using that double running back shotgun look, the running has been almost a night and day difference. And I mean, I could say that. You could say, well, who are they playing week to week? I mean, I saw that against Macaulay last week. I mean, unbeaten Macaulay, and there was Father Ryan winning late in that third quarter. Here's a 15-point lead, 1:30 and counting. And the Irish 1st and 10, 20 seconds on the play clock. 2 running backs, 2 receivers. The receiver on this near side is Smith. Will go in motion, handoff Bryshawn Jackson. Great second effort trying to get free, but just cannot find himself a way to pry himself free from 2 defenders. Like Cole McDowell there on defense, number 16 for Lipscomb. Substitution for the Mustangs. 53 seconds and counting. If Father Ryan's smart about it, they can snap the ball here. And by the time 3rd down rolls around, as long as they stay in bounds and don't turn it over or whatever, we'll reach the end of the 3rd quarter. And with 9 seconds of the play clock, it's a handoff. Jaden Robinson trying to get to that edge. Spun around for maybe a 1 or 2 yard gain. But more importantly for Father Ryan, that keeps the clock moving. 30 seconds and counting. The Irish do not have to snap the ball again before we reach the end of the 3rd quarter. Now, for all I know, the Irish can go quick to the line, but I certainly do not expect that. Not with a 15-point lead.
Yeah, you want to try to be a little bit conservative.
And I think that's what we're going to get here. 12 seconds and counting, now down to 10 seconds. Father Ryan's not breaking the huddle. They don't have to. They're working smart, as they say. So we're going to reach the end. It's 3, 2, and 1. We'll count down the clock. Now officially we've reached the end of the 3rd quarter. Your score, Father Ryan High School 32, Lipscomb Academy 17. Take a quick timeout. Be back on the other side of the 4th quarter. This is Father Ryan Football on ATW Sportscast. Begin the 4th quarter here at Giacosa Stadium, campus of Father Ryan High School, with the Irish looking at 3rd and 11. And a 15-point lead. Father Ryan leads 32-17. Tapscott flushed from the pocket. Wisely just tucked the ball away and dove down for a couple of yards at best. But the clock continues to roll here in this 4th quarter. I'm Lou Pickney along with Tyler Fernandez from behind the Crest, and Tyler, Irish now looking at a 4th and 10. We may see a field goal try. It looks like we will. I mean, Zach Wesnowski, this would be a 35-yarder if they end up having the ball, and that's where Pfeiffer's going to set up to hold. 16 seconds on the play clock, 11:26 to go, 4th quarter. Father Ryan trying to make it a 3-possession game. Wesnowski, no good.
I think he may have hooked it to the left.
Just a bit too much of a hook to the left, and they was kicking from this near side hash, so it remains a 2-possession game. Father Ryan 32, Lipscomb Academy 17. And so Lipscomb will take over. I believe it's from its own 20-yard line. Indeed it is. I want to be sure before I just claimed that to be the case. And as the norm for Lipscomb, they're going to spread you out. So Luther Richardson, the quarterback, out of the pistol in this 1st and 10. Be a handoff. It's Jaden Lyles to the outside. That's about 8 or 9 yards. That stops the clock. 11 minutes, 10 seconds to go. Fourth quarter, Father Ryan leads by 15 points. And they'll say a 7-yard gain, 2nd and 3. Because Lyles went out of bounds, the Mustangs aren't losing seconds off the clock here as they set up for this 2nd and 3. Another handoff. Lyles into the line. I think he's about a yard shy. Maybe a half-yard shy. It's going to depend on the spot. Another way the chains. That far side official said first down for Lipscomb Academy. The 11:03 mark of the fourth quarter. Father Ryan leading 32-17. And you see the players for Lipscomb looking over to that far side. A couple of signboards up. Definitely something you see more on the college and pro level versus high school, but Trent Dilfer knows a thing or two about higher level football. 1st and 10 from the 30. All day to throw. Long, deep pass. An incredible catch. It falls incomplete. Thought he had it there for a second. Coleman Baker got open.
Man, the Irish defense in secondary caught a break right there.
Father Ryan was not able to get much pass pressure there on Richardson.
Meaning Coleman Baker, he is known 6'1", 165-pound sophomore. He known for his big hands, and the Irish got lucky they dropped that pass.
Baker remains in the game. Over on this near side, one of two receivers. 3-receiver look with an H-back and a running back for quarterback Luther Richardson. It's going to be a handoff to Lyles. And have about a 3-yard gain before the Irish defense stops his forward progress. The clock continues to run. 10:25 to go, fourth quarter. Father Ryan 32, Lipscomb Academy 17. So 3rd and 7, and that clock keeps on rolling. Lipscomb's getting the play in, but every second that ticks off works more and more in favor of the Irish for that 15-point lead. 3 receivers, now down to 10:05 and counting. A lot of time off the clock here, 16 seconds on the play clock. Father Ryan brings some pressure, throw to the near side, complete. It's going to be a first down for Lipscomb. Baker on the reception.
Yeah, a little bit of a redemption catch right there for Coleman Baker when he dropped the downfield shot pass. And was able to catch this one and have enough for a first down.
Nick Ledoux on the stop for Father Ryan. They're going to spot the ball on the 49-yard line of the Mustangs. Irish leading Lipscomb by 15, 9:44 and counting, fourth quarter. Richardson's going to roll far side, throw, incomplete. Intended for Coleman Baker.
I mean, Coleman Baker's been their go-to guy in this drive, and he, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, probably been targeted like 3 or 4 times, and was like catching one of those. It was a key third down play.
You notice that number 10 is not on the field for Lipscomb Academy. Kyle McNamara, unless he's over on that far side. Yeah, so much for that idea. It's going to be 3 receivers on this 2nd and 10. It's going to be a keeper. QB keeper's going to be close to a first down for Luther Richardson.
That's a nice tackle by Cole Becker. Like you said, leads the team in tackles, and he continues to add on to his total right there.
So a 7-yard gain makes it 3rd and 3. The clock runs, 9:15 to go, fourth quarter. Father Ryan 32, Lipscomb Academy 17. So short 2. The Mustangs have to get the ball close to the Father Ryan 41-yard line out of the pistol formation. And it's a handoff. Lyles caught in the backfield, slowed up. A couple Irish defenders there to try and wrap him up. So 1 or 2 yard loss on the play, but how it's all said and done. Good job. True team defense there by Father Ryan to stymie the run. And Parker Peterson gets credit for the tackle for loss. 1 yard loss. 4th and 4 from the Irish 45-yard line. 8:41 and counting, fourth quarter. Father Ryan leads 32-17.
I think also Nick Ledoux is also there on the stop as well.
Father Ryan's going to use a timeout. They got 12 players on the field.
Let's go trying to catch him napping a little bit, but Father Ryan was able to get that timeout just in time.
Well, the Irish, it looked like they sent Marcus Kennedy Holt, number 53, into the game, and there was some confusion about you don't want to get hit with 12 players on the field penalty. That would be a first down on this 4th and 4. So the Irish use their first timeout. Lipscomb with all 3 of its timeouts remaining here in this second half. It's Father Ryan 32, Lipscomb 17. 8:36 between now and Father Ryan seniors closing out their career at Giacosa Stadium with a victory. But a 2-possession game. And again, a reminder for Father Ryan, they play a lot of those linemen on both sides of the ball, whether it's Zach Smith, we talked about him before, Jadarius Lee, Torrey Heron, Marcus Kennedy Holt. With the exception of Zach Smith, who's a senior, you got a lot of young players in the sophomores and juniors. But with Kennedy Holt, Lee, and Heron, you've got 3 sophomores with some size. 4th and 4, 8:36 to go, fourth quarter. Father Ryan leads by 15. Lipscomb goes for the hard count. Father Ryan doesn't go for it. 19 seconds on the play clock. Richardson taps one of his linemen to give some sort of indication. Richardson has time. It's going to throw deep. It's going to fall incomplete.
It was a little bit of a difficult throw for Richardson anyway in double coverage.
Father Ryan was ready for it. Turnover on down. So on 4th and 4, Father Ryan's defense, which has played very strong football tonight, gives the Irish offense the ball back. It's Father Ryan 32, Lipscomb Academy 17. 8 minutes, 30 seconds to go, fourth quarter. Father Ryan looking to get a home victory on senior night.
Most definitely, and right now, Father Ryan has shown that they can do well at home, even especially on senior night.
So for the Irish, it's going to be Robinson and Jackson, sophomore and freshman respectively at running back. And it's going to be the sophomore Jaden Robinson tries to get to the outside, that stretch play. I don't know if his knee actually hit, but they blew the whistle. About a 1 or 2 yard gain. Sam Fisher on the stop, but the clock continues to roll. 8:15 and counting, fourth quarter. Father Ryan 32, Lipscomb Academy 17. So 2nd and 9, 1 yard gain for the Irish.
And I believe it looks like Jack Vettersills, number 16, has entered in the game.
Vettersills, one of the 9 seniors on this Father Ryan football team, recognized before the game along with the rest of the senior class. And so Vettersills, as you noted, Tyler, is going to be that wide receiver at that far side with Pfeiffer in the slot on this 2nd and 9. 7:45 to go, fourth quarter. It's going to be a keeper, DC Tabscott. The ball comes loose. It was a fumble by DC Tabscott and a recovery by Lipscomb Academy. So Father Ryan, for as strong as that defense has played, the offense in the second half, that's twice now, fumbles have hurt the Irish. But Father Ryan holds a 15-point lead, 7:38 to go, fourth quarter. And the Mustangs will start 1st and 10 from their own 47. And the rain has been rather relentless out there tonight. Maybe not as heavy now as earlier, but still plenty of it coming down. 3 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near. Luther Richardson, the quarterback, from the shotgun. Handoff.
Nice tackle by Anthony Wright.
There's Anthony Wright on the stop there. It was Lyles on the carry. Couldn't quite see his number until he got up. So, really, 3-yard gain as he'll spot the ball at the 50, but the clock continues to run. 7:22 and counting, fourth quarter. Father Ryan 32, Lipscomb Academy 17. And with 26 seconds in the play clock, 2nd and 7. With the ball right at midfield. Richardson, the shotgun, looks like he's going to run with it for a second. He's going to throw deep, looking for McNamara. Ball pops up, falls incomplete.
Yeah.
One of those hold your breath kind of plays there for Father Ryan.
And I felt like McNamara could have had a chance to regain possession, but nice coverage by Nick Ledoux, number 29. The seniors getting it done here tonight.
Well, senior leadership's what you ask for from your high school football team. Good play there. And face guarding is allowed at the high school level. Sometimes there's a misconception on that, but it certainly is. Now, you make contact. They're not going to give you a whole lot of latitude as far as that goes. Michael Hart's into the game for Father Ryan. It's one of those plays we're going to have Hart's out wide, almost like a extra defensive back, the way they're having him lined up. 7:01 to go, fourth quarter. Father Ryan 32, Lipscomb Academy 17. 3rd and 7. 3rd and 7 now. Irish need to move back a little bit. The ball's at the 50. So 3rd and 7. 7:01 to go, fourth quarter. The Irish lead by 15. Looking for this victory here at home. Get those purple lights shining one more time for this senior class. The clock is stopped. Trips receivers bunched up here on this near side. One receiver way out far and 3rd and 7 from the 50. And it's Luther Richardson. Plenty of time. Irish only bring 3. Throws to the near side, complete. Nice catch by Coleman Baker. With his forward progress, he should have enough for a first down. And they will move the chains. Baker knew exactly the distance he needed. The throw was there. And the Mustangs get a first down.
Yeah, it was also nice situational awareness there by Lipscomb Academy, and nice job by Baker to be able to recognize how much yardage he needed for a first down and was able to get it.
The clock is running. Lipscomb Academy trying to get the call in. They need to pick up the pace. 6:40 and counting. Father Ryan up by 15. Lipscomb Academy looking at 1st and 10 from the Irish 43-yard line. Richardson's going to roll to the far side. Throw is a low throw, caught by Baker. About a 2-yard gain. And they'll say Baker's forward progress was stopped in bounds, and the clock continues to roll. 6:19 and counting. Father Ryan with that 15-point lead. They're willing to give away a 2-yard gain if it's going to take another 30 to 45 seconds off the clock for the Mustangs. 6:10 and counting. Tick, tick, tick. For Father Ryan, that time can't move off the clock fast enough. Substitution, a late change. 19 seconds on the play clock. Meanwhile, the game clock is ticking right along. Father Ryan content to let that happen, and why not, with a 15-point lead. And out of the pistol, Richardson. Looked receiver screen, is going to throw deep for Baker. Incomplete. Good coverage again by Nick Ledoux.
The seniors continuing to show up and show out.
That stops the clock at the 5:46 mark of the 4th quarter. Father Ryan 32, Lipscomb Academy 17. 3rd and 8. The Mustangs have the ball at the Irish 41-yard line. Line to gain between, close to the 33-yard line. Out of the pistol, 2 receivers near side, 1 far. Richardson looks near side all the way, and it's complete. Baker has it. Fumble. The ball's loose. Father Ryan needs to just jump on it. And Lipscomb got it. Father Ryan trying to pick the ball up. Failed to do so. 5:37 to go in the 4th quarter. Up by 15. He tried and pick the ball up. Instead, Lipscomb jumps on it.
Yeah, I think Matthew Zeta kind of misjudged the ball a little bit. He was thinking that the ball was going to continue to roll in his direction, but the ball kind of stopped a little bit on him, and that's why I think he kind of missed the fumble recovery.
I think he was trying to pick it up. Whatever the case, 1st and 10. But the clock runs, 5:25 and counting, 4th quarter. It's a 15-point lead for the Irish. Play fake. Richardson throwing for the end zone. Baker with a reception at the 1-yard line. 5:15 to go, 4th quarter.
I mean, that was a nice throw that was a nice catch by the receiver, and nothing Grayson Hubbard could do. That was just a perfectly thrown ball. Throw
was on the money. Father Ryan's trying to make a quick change. Irish discombobulated. 1st and goal. Lyles. I don't think the ball crossed the plane of the goal line.
No, I don't think it did. Nope. I think they're going to say he lost half a yard.
Yeah. At best, back to the original line of scrimmage, with probably about a half-yard loss. And the clock runs. Less than 5 minutes to go, 4th quarter. Father Ryan 32. Lipscomb Academy 17. Irish looking for a goal line stand on that defense, and the clock continues to run. Every second that ticks off, they get play sent in from the side. Works to the advantage of the Irish. So out of the pistol on this 2nd and goal from the 1. Richardson. It's going to be a keeper. Into the end zone. Touchdown Mustangs. And that makes it a 1-possession game.
The question is, if you're listening, we're going to try to go for 2 right here. Because it'll be 32 to 2.
No, you kick an extra point, because right now it's 32 to 23. Well, you know what? No, yeah, you kick the extra point, make it a 1-possession game. That's my thought, at least. I know you could go for 2, make it 7, but if you miss it, you're still down 2 possessions. I yell at coaches on TV that do that sort of thing and then lose their jobs eventually because it's not a smart play. 4:33 to go, 4th quarter, and now the extra point attempt to be made by Long. Kick is up, and good. Okay, so let's reset here. 4 minutes, 33 seconds to go, 4th quarter. Father Ryan 32, Lipscomb Academy 24. So an 8-point lead for the Irish. It's a 1-possession game because a touchdown and a 2-point conversion would give Lipscomb Academy a chance to tie it up. But Father Ryan, you got to figure Father Ryan's going to go back to that rushing attack. Try and run time out the clock. Now the Mustangs have all 3 of their timeouts.
So question is, do you start using them in probably about 3 minutes?
Well, that's going to be interesting. I mean, there are a number of approaches you could take. You figure that Lipscomb can kick it deep here. because there's still enough time to go. I mean, I know with that 40-second play clock, things are a little different, but 4:33 can be a lot of time in a football game, especially for a team with those timeouts. And so Long's going to have the ball, or excuse me, it's not going to be Long. It's going to be Taylor. I was right the first time. It's Long. I thought for a second they were going to have their punter in there, Taylor, but no. It's going to be their standard kicker, Long. Father Ryan's playing up as if they anticipate the
onside kick,
either an onside or a pooch, or a medium length kick. They do have one player deep just in case. You would think from this lineup for Lipscomb, they're just going to kick it deep. It's a spinning kick. Fair catch called for and made at the 14-yard line. And you can do that. I mean, you're allowed to call a fair catch. Anthony Wright making sure he get the possession of the ball. 4:33 to go, fourth quarter. Father Ryan 32, David Lipscomb Academy 24. They'll officially say the ball at the 15-yard line. Father Ryan 32, Lipscomb 24. Lipscomb all three timeouts. 4 minutes, 33 seconds to go, fourth quarter. So the Irish with the ball on the far hash on that 15-yard line. So here we go. 1st and 10 for the Irish. Double running back. They'll send Beacom, the tight end, to the far side. 2 receivers near side. It's going to be a handoff. That's Jackson. He's got about 3 or 4 yards. He's got to be careful with that ball hanging out there like that. Carrying like a loaf of bread and get it knocked out if you're not careful.
Yep. Yeah, you got to be careful in this situation of ball control.
So a player down for Lipscomb Academy. We'll take a break here. 4:21 to go, fourth quarter. Your score, Father Ryan 32, Lipscomb Academy 24. This is Father Ryan football on ATW Sportscast. Four minutes, 21 seconds to go, fourth quarter. Father Ryan leads Lipscomb 32-24. The Irish looking at a 2nd and 6 as they wind the clock after injured player for Lipscomb was helped over to the sideline. Double running back look in for the Irish, as they've been known to do in this game. Bring Beacom, the tight end, to the near side. It's a handoff. And maybe back to the original line of scrimmage, if not a yard or two gained. See, Robinson definitely trying to protect the ball. They will say a 1-yard gain. The clock continues to run. 3:45 and counting, fourth quarter. Father Ryan 32, Lipscomb 24. The Irish is right at 3rd and 5. So in theory, if Lipscomb will move into the neutral zone, they might get a first down. But Lipscomb has been very disciplined with that tonight. The clock continues to run. 16 seconds on the play clock. 3:25 to go, game clock. Father Ryan leads by 8 on this 3rd and 5. Play fake. Tabb's got pressure. It's going to throw one for Christian Smith. Waiting for a pass interference flag, and we get one. Heard the fans out there lobbying for it. It seemed like it could be called. It was called. So Father Ryan on 3rd and 5 will get a first down.
Yeah, kind of digging his pocket for that one. So that was very important right there. If you're Father Ryan, get the ball and force a pass interference play.
It should give the Irish 1st and 10 from their own 35 because the ball was at the 20. It's a 15-yard penalty. Mm-hmm. Now, I was wrong before or a few games ago when I said there are no automatic first downs. There are, but it's only for roughing the quarterback. Mm-hmm. Everything else, not the way it works in the high school level. So the incomplete pass interference, clock is stopped. 3:15 to go, fourth quarter. Father Ryan 32, Lipscomb Academy 24. And it's going to be Pfeiffer, the lone receiver, way on that far side. 2 running backs, a couple of tight ends for blocking purposes, you would figure. It's going to be counter play. Jaden Robinson's got some space, gets a nice block from Pfeiffer as the first down. Going to be tackled in Mustangs territory. And what a play by Jaden Robinson. 3:06 to go, fourth quarter. The Irish up by 8. Father Ryan's going to get the clock winding here momentarily when they move the chains and have a fresh set of downs. And the clock runs. Less than 3 minutes to go fourth quarter. Remember, though, Lipscomb, all three of its timeouts. So Father Ryan can't dawdle too much, but they're certainly let the play clock run down as much as they can. 18 seconds and counting on the play clock. 2:49 and counting on the game clock. Father Ryan 32. Lipscomb Academy 24. Double running back look. Pfeiffer moves up to this near side as a receiver. And that's Anthony Wright. Anthony Wright, about a 3 or 4 yard gain. His forward progress is abruptly stopped while the timeout. This is likely taken by Lipscomb. If so, it'll be their first.
Yep.
And that makes sense. So exactly 2 minutes, 30 seconds to go fourth quarter. Father Ryan 32, Lipscomb Academy 24.
Yeah, if you're a Lipscomb, and in this case you get the ball back in this situation, you want to have enough time.
And that's the challenge. Because at this point, Father Ryan...
all they need is a first down.
We saw it late in the first half where they had that very time-consuming drive. Certainly last week, the drive they had late in the second quarter leading at unbeaten McCallie. And it prevented the Blue Tornado, that prolific offense, from getting anything going before halftime. A bit different here, given that it's the fourth quarter, first of all. 2 minutes, 30 seconds to go. 2 timeouts for Lipscomb, 2 timeouts for Father Ryan. The Irish lead 32-24. 2nd and 7 coming up from the Lipscomb 47-yard line. It's been a rainy night here in Nashville, rather relentless. The ponchos are out, umbrellas are out, but the fans that have braved the weather here in South Nashville have been treated to a very exciting game. And these Irish fans want to see their seniors go out with a win here at Giacosa. Of course, one more game to play for Father Ryan this season. I have an opportunity to play spoiler against Knox Catholic in Knoxville 1 week from tonight. We'll have that game for you here on ATW Sportscast. 2nd and 7, 2:32 they'll say, the time remaining in the game. After the timeouts, a handoff. Spin move, run up the middle. It's Anthony Wright, I believe.
It'll say Lipscomb's going to burn their second timeout.
So Anthony Wright gets the ball about 3.5 yards. So the ball, so the PA announcer I was going to say, the ball spotted, the nose of the ball is actually on the Lipscomb side of the 45-yard line of the Mustangs. 2:26 to go fourth quarter. Father Ryan 32, Lipscomb 24. Lipscomb down to 1 timeout remaining. If Father Ryan can get a first down here, it's all but over. Because Lipscomb, now they have just a 1 timeout. It says 2 on the scoreboard. They'll fix that in a moment. So it's not quite a kneel-down situation if the Irish can get a first down, but it would certainly make things a lot easier for the Irish and calm the nerves of Father Ryan fans wanting to see a home victory here at Giacosa Stadium. And no playoffs this year for Father Ryan. They changed things when Knoxville Catholic moved from Division I to Division II and realigned things. That's why you've got NBA and JP2 as West Region teams, and then the other 3 Nashville schools, Innsworth, Father Ryan, and Brentwood Academy on the east side. The 4 Memphis schools teaming up with JP2 and NBA. Knox Catholic, the 2 Chattanooga schools, teaming up with Innsworth, BA, and Father Ryan. 3rd and 4 for the Irish. Key play right here, 2:26 to go, fourth quarter, handoff. Anthony Wright, the senior, pushing forward, has the first down for the Irish. They will spot the ball at the 38-yard line. And so Lipscomb down to 1 timeout, and they may use it here. So Lipscomb takes the timeout, which is interesting.
Yeah, and now they fixed it. It was unfortunate they had to burn their final timeout there after giving up a first down.
And what a clutch run there by Anthony Wright. Think about the seniors on this team, the sacrifices they've made. They're here in this final home game, and on 3rd and 4, got 6-7 yards. Good blocking, too. I mean, it's wouldn't have happened if the hole hadn't been there. But now for Father Ryan, Lipscomb out of timeouts. 2:20 to go. 1st and 10. And with that 40-second play clock, I mean, just hold on to the ball, Father Ryan, and you will give yourself a very good opportunity to win. Of course, Lipscomb knows that, and they're going to do their best, I'm sure, to try and jar the ball free. But I was talking about continuous rain. It's still raining out there right now. People have their umbrellas up here in the stands as they have for the duration. 2:20 to go fourth quarter. Father Ryan 32, Lipscomb 24. First and 10, Lipscomb's out of timeouts.
If you're Father Ryan, just continue to pound the football. Just keep running it.
That would be my strong expectation here. First and 10, handoff. It's a stretch play. Anthony Wright, past the 35 to the 30. Needs to stay in bounds if he can. Gets horse-collared. Finally brought out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. What a run there by Anthony Wright.
It was a nice play call by Coach Tavo, taking it a little jet sweep action to the outside. And
oh, hang on. We got a flag.
Uh-oh.
And I'm not talking about for a horse collar that didn't called either. Now, this is interesting if they're going to wind the clock, though, after the penalty, because the clock was running. We'll see. And then we, of course, Lipscomb will accept the penalty. I think holding was the call. And the ball is spotted back at the 50-yard line of Father Ryan.
So it's still a first down.
It's really midfield, everybody's 50-yard line. But, yes, first and 22, they'll say. The clock is stopped with 2:10. It's going to be a 25-second play clock that'll start on the referee's signal. Or actually, the clock won't start, I guess, because of the incompletion. So, scratch that. But it's first down. Lipscomb's out of timeouts. There's 2 minutes, 10 seconds to go. Father Ryan leads by 8. Pfeiffer, the receiver, out wide. Father Ryan bunching up in that line. Make room for Anthony Wright. Just protecting the ball with both hands. Smart thing. Better take a half-yard loss than keep fighting and potentially cough the ball up. Lipscomb can't stop the clock. 2 minutes right now, 36 seconds on the play clock right now. So it could be about a minute 24 before Father Ryan has to. They could take the knee a couple of times. It'd be very close. Now, Father Ryan with 2 timeouts could let, and they probably will let the play clock run all the way down to 1, then use their second timeout. That would set up second and 23 with roughly a minute 25 to go. So Father Ryan with 10 seconds on the play clock, they're going to line up. And I must admit, this somewhat surprises me, unless they're just going to snap it at 1, which they might. And they will snap it at 1, handoff. And that's Anthony Wright. About a 4-yard gain, minute 19 counting. The 40-second clock, I'll let you know when it starts. It starts now. So a minute 15 to go. If they run out that one all the way down, that's a 35 seconds to go. I think Father Ryan can take a knee here. I really do. I mean, we'll see what they end up doing. I'm not in the headset of the offensive coordinator and team there, but just logic would let you know it's 22 seconds on the play clock. Mm-hmm. They can get down to 37, 36. Father Ryan can take a knee, and if they play it right, that'll be it.
Yep.
49 seconds and counting. Now 10 seconds on the play clock, so it'll be about 37. Father Ryan will probably take a timeout here at the 1 second mark. Because right now it's below 40 seconds, 39 seconds. Timeout. Well, they may just take the penalty instead.
Looks like Ryan's calling a timeout.
As they should. That's the smarter play there. Might give away a free 5 yards. 36 seconds to go. 3rd and 19 for Father Ryan, but that doesn't matter. Lipscomb's out of timeouts. Father Ryan just has to snap the ball, take a knee.
And the game's over.
And I think Father Ryan, this is something, the coaches know this sort of thing. They know how to handle situations like this. It's be nice for Father Ryan if they can come onto the winning end of a close game. So 36 seconds to go. Father Ryan 32, Lipscomb Academy 24. The Irish going for their second win of the season. Again, this senior class for Father Ryan playing their final home game, varsity football here at Giacosa Stadium. Third and 19, Father Ryan up by 8, 36 seconds to go, but Lipscomb out of timeouts. And with that 40-second clock, just have to have a kneel down. As long as the center quarterback exchange is good, it'll be a goodbye and good night for Lipscomb Academy.
Yeah.
And it will be. And that's what we're going to see. Yep. Taps got under center, takes a knee, and the clock's going to run. 32 seconds and counting. They'll just now reset the 40-second play clock. Father Ryan's fans and supporters that have braved the rain here tonight rewarded the seniors. And you see hugs from this Father Ryan's side. I know there's been frustration on the team this year. It's been tough, but a big win in the regular season home finale for the Irish. The seniors get to go out on top as winners here at Giacosa Stadium in their final game. It's the time's still ticking down, but doesn't matter because 5 seconds is going to hit 0 soon enough. They're doing the handshakes, and this is going to be a Father Ryan victory.
It looks like they're doing the tradition of storming the field a little bit. It's from the student section.
Well, yeah, for the seniors, you got to think this is their last home football game as well as students. It's a little different when you come back as a member of the alumni. So Father Ryan wins 32-24 over Lipscomb Academy. Nice win for the Irish. Anything else?
Yeah, most importantly, nice, and like I said earlier, it was a nice way for the Irish to, for the seniors to go out on top. And man, it's been a fun season doing some broadcasts with you, man. I can't wait to do it next season, man.
Yeah, likewise, awesome. Tyler. It's been good. It's been real good. I'm going to be doing this a broadcast solo 1 week from tonight from Knoxville. Lipscomb drops to 5-4 on this season with a loss. Father Ryan moves to 2-7 with a victory. Your final score here at Giacosa Stadium: Father Ryan 32, Lipscomb Academy 24. We'll see you 1 week from tonight, Knoxville, Tennessee. Knoxville Catholic hosts Father Ryan in the regular season finale. Have a good night, everybody.
Man, what a game.